C put out a video on me a while ago, like a month ago, titled "Goodbye, Augie." Wow.
I think I don't see anything like blowing this plan. I suppose I could be wrong. This is a total victory for Turkey Tom. I mean, this. Am I off here?
Oh my god, this was after the Turkey Tom stream. I forgot. So the day before this stream happened, fucking Tommy C did a stream where he was like, "I'm done with Turkey Tom. He hasn't responded. It's been 2 weeks since the allegations came out. I think it's best we just move both of our ways or whatever, right?" Then 24 hours later, Tom's response comes out. And then Tommy C goes live and is like, "Tom won! Tom beat the allegations, guys. He destroyed them or whatever, right?" Even though the day before he was like, "Well, he hasn't responded yet. It's not looking good."
Yeah, I mean,
this is it.
No, I mean, it's over.
It's over. I mean,
Total Turkey victory.
It almost feels like she lied. Like all the major points that were brought up with Null, every single one was a lie, and a provable one too.
I never could watch Tommy because his audio is always so fucked up. Yeah, that's so true, dude. Why does it sound like shit? It sounds so muffled and quiet.
I'm also.
I mean, I'm not the best with audio either, but what the fuck is this?
So I'm getting a clearer picture. Tom never spoke to me behind the scenes. I only.
Also, yeah, you gotta love the green screen. Subscribe, fucking thing. These things don't work, by the way. Every time I see a YouTube video that uses these green screen, like click and subscribe, it's always like an Indian.
He actually came out of this a lot better than I thought he would. Like,
wow,
a lot better. I don't even really think
Like, bigger than
that's big. You know,
God.
and good for him. I'm really super happy to hear it. I don't think anybody needs to have their career ruined because they're single and sleeping with girls. You know, I think Tom's biggest problem is he probably is attracted to these type of women. And by the way, this is not an uncommon trait with guys I grew up with. Tom has the gene where he likes difficult women, and that's his problem. And unfortunately, when you're famous as he is, you make it everybody else's problem when you have people like JSTLK, Queenman, and Chud Logic in your.
Oh my god, dude! This is so weird to me. So during all the Tom coverage, he kept focusing on JSTLK and Queenman, right? And I'm like, how do these people have anything to do with the Turkey Tom story, right? No Dicker's mentioned though. Yeah, Dicker's got fucking raped there. It's so fucking ridiculous to me, right? Like I remember like this whole drama. It was so crazy because it's like the only people that even covered the Tom stuff. It was like commentary community heads, spicy chatters, fucking Kiwi farmers, and groypers. Basically, these were like the only factions on the internet that covered this whole story. And the spicy chatters all covered it, even though they hate fucking Tom. All the coverage I saw from their end was basically just like, yeah, these allegations are pretty much unsubstantiated. There's probably some weird stuff going on here. We don't like Tom, blah, 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 whatever. It wasn't even seriously like bad coverage or like super unreasonable coverage, right? Like the Kiwi farmers just wanted Tom fucking nuked and dead. You know what I mean? The groypers pretty much believed that Tom did do it, but they liked him more because of that. And then the commenter people were obviously like the most pro-Tom people throughout the entire situation. That's pretty much how everybody reacted. So you think if Tommy C was going to like attack a community for having bad Turkey Tom takes, he would have focused on the community that had the most egregious takes, which probably was the Kiwi farmer people, right? But instead, because he's so obsessed with Queenman, it's like disturbing how obsessed he is with this guy. And I don't mean he's obsessed, like, oh, he's always picking on Queenman. No, I mean, I just mean like Queenman's like in his head nonstop. He comes up in situations and stories that have nothing to do with Queenman. It's like you watch this guy's show and he's constantly going on about these people that fucking raped him half a year ago or something, whatever the fuck, right? He's always fucking on about it. I'm just like, dude, what do they have to do with the Turkey Tom situation?
When you have,
I forget why does Tom hate Queenman so much? Well, I mean, he has reason to hate him because Queenman fucking A-logs him all the time, right? Or at least he used to. But it's like, move on, you know? This guy has nothing to do with the Turkey Tom situation.
People like JSTLK, Queenman, and Chud Logic in your friend group. Some friends hiding. Good guys.
Augie didn't defend Tommy when he needed it. I feel like that's what this whole situation just comes down to, dude. It reminds me literally of Michael Alberto, because he said the same thing to me, which was like, you never had my back when they were all coming for me. And it's just like, bro, do I have to be involved? Like, why? Somebody says 2020 was the last year of logical Tommy. Dude, that's actually so true. Honestly, 2019 was the last year of logical Tommy, because that's the last year that Tommy tried to think for himself. If you guys don't know the Tommy C lore, Tommy C defended Ian Miles Chung when Ian Miles Chung was swatting Andy Worski. Tommy thought that that was all blown out of proportion, or that was fake, and that there was no way that that happened. And then, of course, the proof came out that that actually happened, right? And Medicare did this big stream shitting all over Tommy C. And back then, Tommy C made the decision to let Dioro run the show, and he would just become basically like a backseater, just repeat mic for whatever Dioro was saying. And that's when, of course, the new commentary community at the time emerged. That was Nicholas Dioro, me, also Bo Blacks too. But really, like, in terms of like who was pushing like the thoughts in the community, it's mainly Dioro and also me, right? But yeah, that's when Tommy C's channel died. Like, you guys, the thing is, I know all the lore because I've been watching this guy for 10 years. Like, he's gonna say in this video, I'm pretty sure, that like, well, it's pretty clear Augie never liked me or whatever. No, I thought he was fine, but he's just been fucking nuts in the last few years. Believe it or not, my takes are really not that radical. But I know all the lore of this community. I know a decent amount of lore of Tommy C, and the fact of the matter is that when he fucked up the In-Mouse Chung story, that ideologically broke him to the point where he was like, all right, I'm done thinking for myself. This is the Dioro community now. I'm fine just being a mouthpiece for Dioro, which, to be fair, it probably was a better move for him to let Dioro do all the thinking for him. But yeah, I mean, that was really the downfall of this show. Believe it or not, Shot for the Point actually used to be a show. It used to run. It used to be a thing. You'd tune in, you'd hear what Tommy C has to say. That died a long time ago.
Largest donation I've ever gotten to Shot for the Point history. Let's first thing last. Augie apparently is going to make me a lolcow. That's impossible. I am a lolcow. I'm in LCU. Already there. Today, Tommy C claimed that I would have told.
Yeah, remember when he took a principled stand that he was never going to work for Keemstar again? After Keemstar fucked him and stole, like, what, $8,000 from him, and the whole community had to rise up and demand that Keemstar pay Tommy C the money. Well, now he's back on lolcow again.
Throwing turkey.
You actually don't need to interact with real people.
Thanks so much, Keemstar. 500 should be.
Keemstar donated $5. $500 of that should be mine, bitch.
Not real Keemstar. He would never give $55 to Tommy.
Oh, that's funny. You guys are in rare form today. Today, Tommy claimed I would have thrown Turkey Tom under the bus. Yeah, it depends on, if he wasn't as big a YouTuber, yeah, sure. I still stand by that. Unfortunately, Tommy forgot yesterday that he threw himself. He threw himself. Wait a minute. Tommy C forgot yesterday that he himself threw Turkey Tom under the bus. Nice timing, old retard. I guess, I accused this guy of using like Nick's stuff and everybody else's stuff, and he really doesn't have any creativity of his own, and he basically does proves me right.
You actually don't need to interact with real people ever.
Fuck you.
I accused this guy of using Nick's stuff without having any creativity of his own, and I was right. First of all, see, this is why I don't want to watch this video. It's just so mind-bogglingly stupid that even addressing it just feels too low for me. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when Brandon Buckingham does a video in Purple Perry, and I'm just sitting here like, Brandon, why are you even addressing this guy? This is just beneath you to be responding to like the most obvious tier of babble. That's how I feel watching Tommy C. It's just like, bro, this guy, I said I was going to A-log Tommy C, but then I remembered how fucking unwatchable he is just normally. Like, Tommy C realized when he was trying to be like a serious person doing a stream, and he'd have Queenman and everybody up his ass talk about how stupid he is, what he realized, he developed a new defense mechanism, which is, I am just going to lie and just say stupid, just nonsense, so that I'm going to make my show so unwatchable that it's impossible to cover because it's so stupid. That was his new strategy. And I mean, honestly, I guess W's strategy, if he just doesn't give a fuck about his dumpster of a fucking channel, then whatever, I guess. But damn, why even stream at all at this point, right? It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of everyone's time. Your time.
Thank you, Erica. Here's $5.
Teddy donated
Remember that, Optimus?
Fuck you, Erika. Here's $5.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, both. Thanks you so much, Erica. I'd love to talk to you. And that was a very, 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 very selfless
I'd love to talk to you.
I'm like, my heart's beating. But let's get back to this. Let's focus. So this is what I said, and apparently this makes me a guy. Here we go. Remember that, Optimus? Yeah. I do. You know. Oh, wait a minute. Let's do it. Oh, this is the first. There you go. This is before I knew about the Turkey Tom video, which came out 24 hours later. I hope Tom's okay. I mean, I appreciate Tom came stop by for my birthday, but I think we go.
I appreciate Tom stopped by for my birthday, but I think we got to call it. 50-year-old man.
Our own way from here.
Literally 50-year-old man.
I'd love to talk to you the stuff that happened on Cafe in the LCU, but apparently that's throwing him under the bus.
Yes, definitely. That is you throwing him under the bus. You're saying you're cutting you're publicly announcing you're cutting ties, or that you don't have any interest in talking to him anymore. You're saying you're announcing your parting words. Why else would you be doing that? You're cutting him off. You're saying we're done. This is it. This is over. And the reason why you're saying that is because at this time, it was 2 weeks and he hadn't responded yet, and you were getting nervous that the allegations were true because he was being silent. So you're letting everybody know, hey, just in case you're worried about my buddy Turkey Tom, we're not going to be talking anymore. You're announcing that. How is that not like a backstab? And it's funny, too, because that's the reason why I made this tweet was because he said I would have backstabbed Tom if I didn't know Nicholas Dioro, which who the fuck even knows what that means?
I don't, I guess maybe that's supposed to make me look like, you know, when it wasn't as safe, I threw him under the bus.
Yes.
So be it. But I got to be honest with you. I meant it.
I meant it. Okay, so I was right.
This is just the end of Old Yeller, and you are the sad boy who has to put Old Yeller out. He is literally out of breath starting his show. The dog needs put down.
It's just a weird vibe you get. I mean, you know how we were watching the Boblox clip earlier, and Boblox was so full of life and energy when he was hearing me talk about how right he was, or whatever the fuck, jokingly, by the way. It's the same thing with Tommy. It's like, when's the last time you watched Tommy C have fun on the internet? He doesn't have fun anymore. He's just a miserable, seething, bitter old man, angry at people that make fun of him. That's literally what his show is. It's like a venting hug box where he has these co-hosts that just agree with him while he screams at the internet. It's just so unsettling.
And I'm going to stand by it, and I'll tell you exactly why. As long as there's people like Chud Logic and Queenman and JFA, they're this bad faith, and they're in sort of my sphere, in my community, that are going to like look, Tom's not going to stop dating BPD women, all right, if he has the it, right? I think from a public standpoint, I should not be associated with Turkey Tom. That doesn't mean I don't like Tom. That doesn't mean that I don't wish him.
Okay. So he's going to say that he's cutting ties with Tom because Chud Logic and Queenman are going to criticize him and look for points of hypocrisy or whatever the fuck, right? If he's still associated with Tom. So you're allowing... I thought these were bad faith actors, right? Why would you care what bad faith actors say about you? You're willing to cut off somebody that you like specifically because people that you consider bad faith actors, they're going to nitpick you because of the actions that he does? That doesn't make any fucking sense. So you're willing to throw your friends under the bus or cut them off out of convenience for yourself. Okay, well, that's just a piece of shit thing to do. How am I wrong here?
The best. I wish him the best right there. So it was a really tough... You should have edited that better, Augie. But I...
What could I have edited better? I perfectly conveyed the points, and you're agreeing with it. What did I how did I fail here?
I think from a public standpoint, I should not be associated with Turkey Tom. That doesn't mean I don't like Tom. That doesn't mean that I don't wish him the best. I wish him the best right there. So it was a really tough...
Okay, well, that's an even worse reason to cut him off then. You still like the guy. You're still cool with the guy, right? You're cutting him off out of convenience because otherwise Chud Logic and Queenman will bully you if you're still friends with him. What the fuck?
Oh, you should have edited that better, Augie. But I think in a public...
Do we really believe Tommy knows what he's saying? Honestly, and this is where the more I watch this again, I'm having that same feeling where I'm just like, this is so beneath me because it's like he's obviously saying nonsense. He doesn't even know what the fuck is happening around him. It's just like kicking somebody when they're down. It's just, I feel bad.
Atmosphere, I would rather go on my own. I do not want to be at the mercy of 20-year-olds that really have no life experience or make extremely bad decisions. My reputation means something to me. It's very good. First off, no one ever calls me a liar and gets away with it. And I've been straight up more so than other commentators, and also come out and said I was wrong. And I think everybody that's stuck through me over the years knows that. But the people that I've really put a spotlight on have outgrown me, and they've earned it for the most part. And their behavior, and sometimes their kind of lack of appreciation for whatever you did or didn't do, or just happened to be around, or you got lucky because you're around these people that had these connections, they start to look down on you as they pass you. It's just a natural thing, and I know it, right? That's just something that goes.
What am I listening to? So he's saying he put a bunch of people on, he blew a bunch of people up, and now they look down on him the bigger that they get. What?
What are your thoughts on Tommy C saying that he's been trying to get Dioro to cut you off for over a year?
You know, that's crazy to me because I know for a fact that that's 100% true. And it's like, that is so snaky. I have never told Dioro he needs to cut Tommy C off. I wouldn't tell anyone that they need to cut Tommy C off. I can't imagine caring who's friends with who. Even people that I hate. If people that I hate are friends with people that I like, generally speaking, I'm not interested in, like, you need to cut that guy off. You know what I mean? Like, dude, what the fuck, man?
I don't want to have a public...
Smaggle says, I told Nick to cut Tommy C off. W Smaggle, dude. Yeah, I mean, it's just so crazy to me. It's like he's trying to get into Nick's ear and micromanage our friendship and relationship. Like, first of all, like, that's gonna work. But second of all, it's like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Fucking freak.
Relationship with Turkey. It's just a natural thing, and I know it, right? That's just something that goes. I don't want to have a public relationship with Turkey Tom anymore. If Tom wants to call me and check up on me and what have you, I'd love to talk to him. But when the next Turkey Tom situation that comes down, I don't want to know anybody. Can you blame me? Well, nobody believes when I tell you, hey, Chud Logic, not Action Man, although he's pretty wacky. Said Chud Logic, John Swan. Who's that fucking gamer guy that tried to get me a strike?
Griffin Gaming?
Yeah, not Griffin Gaming's all right. No, the guy that got in the fight with the TV. I can't remember.
Oh my god, he's talking about an Act Man. Dude, I don't remember shit about the Tommy C. Act Man drama. Like, I forget what they were even fighting about, but I do remember, like, I really had to, because I was like Act Man's, because Act Man, I remember, was spurking out, and he and Tommy C. got into a really heated conflict. And I think Tommy C., if I were to look back at that situation, Tommy C. was probably being irrational, although maybe not, because Ackman himself was being crazy too. But I remember I was talking to Ackman a lot during that whole thing, just trying to get him not to spurk out anymore. And I was putting in so much work trying to get Actman to not hate Tommy C. and to go on Tommy C.'s show, because I was basically trying to be like, I was like, dude, Tommy C's a good guy. He has an interesting take. Maybe go on a show and talk to him. Because I've always been pro-conversation. You know, I've always been pro streamers just talking about their differences and stuff like that. Ackman sucks and was wrong. He might have been. I don't remember what the fuck happened. I just remember, like, I was trying to explain to him why Tommy C is not a spurg and why he's, like, actually a cool guy that he should talk to. And I think eventually they did do a show together. But damn, like, bro, it's so funny looking back at that whole situation. It's like, Tommy C's gonna pay me as a piece of shit, but do you know how many times I've had to unironically sweet for him and to make sure other YouTubers don't hate him in the past, just because he'll come out with like a super bold take. And then I'll be like, no, what he's saying is this. It's actually reasonable. Hear him out, blah, 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 blah.
Ackman. Remember when I said he was being over the top and he got banned? He didn't handle the whole situation correctly. Ackman. And I said, look, like there's something wrong here. I even did goofed on him with J Station. Well, you know what Augie wrote during that period of time? He's like, this is why nobody will come to commentary, because anytime somebody gets close, somebody goes after him. No, I was right about Ackman. I was right that he was going over the type. I was right that he was.
Yeah, I forgot about that too. Another thing you're going to learn on this video is that Tommy C has had a lot of pent-up feelings about me for years. And I don't just mean like a few years. In this video, Tommy C brings up Kraut drama from 2017. Apparently, I and Tommy got into an argument about Kraut and tea back in 2017. Keep in mind, I would have been 16 at the time. Do I remember the details or anything about what that conversation was about? A fucking course not. I was 16. But Tommy C is going to relitigate that shit. It's actually like psychotic, dude. I'm like, bro, how do you remember this shit? I'm actually impressed that, you know, somebody with this alcoholic of a brain can even remember these things. I don't. I don't remember shit from that time period, but Tommy does. And he does a lot of this. He brings up, of course, the folders thing and stuff like that. It's crazy, dude.
He was losing it. You know why? Because Nick Dioro exposed to the world that Ackman, after I goofed on a situation with J Station, wanted to send me a strike. So I was right about Ackman. I was right about John Swan. I was right about Mama Max. All these guys, Augie called me unhinged, and he's calling that theory crafting, even though I'm naming specific names and people. You know, I guess I just be so general that I just get lucky. I'm not saying, yeah, all YouTubers are shit. They are. But I'm saying this YouTuber is shit. This guy's a bad guy. Well, why would I want to have a friend, and that's all I said to Augie, that doesn't like believe a word you say? And that's all I said, and I mean it. The fact of the matter is, me and Nick had a conversation yesterday. I kind of want to move away from him as well in a public way. 100%.
This is such cool, dude. So Tommy's going to get around the fact that he backstabbed Turkey Tom by saying, well, actually, I'm cutting off Nick too. So it's fair. It's equal. I just don't want to be around 20-year-olds, dude. I just don't want to be around 20-year-olds. That's the thing. It's not just about Tom or Tom specifically. I'm cutting off Nick too. Who fucking believes that he's cutting off Nick too? Bullshit, dude. And this is why people call him a liar. This is why people call him a liar. He just said before, nobody calls me a liar and gets away with it. You're lying right now. You're not cutting off Nick. And if so, prove it, dude. Fucking prove it.
So,
I don't have to prove shit to a fucking 20-year-old.
Sense, Chud kind of won, but he took himself out. The commentary community is officially dead. Everybody hates each other, or they don't talk to each other anymore.
Yeah, people have been saying this for how long now, since the commentary community started?
The old school thing back when Augie was doing his thing and he was kind of the head of the whole community is done, is over with.
Thank God.
It's been dead. Most of you guys know that. You're exactly right. But as far as like relationships, yeah, people move on, whatever. But I stand by everything I said about Tom. Yeah, I kind of want to lose that. Tom called me privately. We could talk for hours. But here's the dirty secret. When I got in a fight with Nick 5 years ago,
that was
Tom
so
cut me
gay.
off. And I thought at the time, well, maybe I deserve that. Okay. I didn't make a big deal about it. I never went after Tom. I still reviewed his videos. But Tom was actually talking to me. If you remember the Sam Hyde stuff, Tom was really trying to encourage me to go grind with him and what have you. And he was doing that with Nick as well. But when I got a fight with Nick, that line kind of severed. So really, I only know Tom as a teenager. We're not that terribly close.
So Tommy C's right about everybody, except for Nick Dioro. Except for the time that he went off on Nick Dioro and said that Nick Dioro was an untrustworthy, backstabbing piece of shit who's grifting to Destiny and grifting to the left and stuff like that. Tommy's willing to admit that he completely fucked that one up, right? And even he's like, Tom cut me off for that time, and I deserved it. Very curious. Okay, so I guess you're not right all the time, Tommy. Because he wants to sit here and act like he's right about his epic predictions with everybody at all times of the internet. The reality is everybody's a fucking retard who is going to naturally fuck shit up because most people who orbit the commenter community have crippling levels of autism. Just because you go on your stream and you say that everybody sucks doesn't mean that you're a genius when people turn out to suck. Like, Tommy C was not the person that destroyed or ended Mama Max. He just flipped out on a crazy person. And then years later, that crazy person did something stupid and became newsworthy. That's pretty much what happens all the time.
You could look at what I said there and think I threw him under the bus, but no, it really has more to do with I'm tired of being around 20-year-old guys. That
I'm tired of being around 20-year-old guys. Me too, dude. Just plants lol with the 500 kicks. Says Thomas C sounds like a scorned woman with the amount of grudges he holds. Seriously, dude. The cortisol maxing is crazy. Everybody in this community is cortisol maxing like crazy. Calm down. Never stress, okay? It's not that fucking serious, dude. It's not that fucking serious.
It will fucking throw me under the bus and won't back you up. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of being around guys that don't believe a word I say no matter what. And they can always pass it off to you. You're old, which is really the dumbest way to explain away anything. You know? Yeah, Nick won. Nick Dioro is on his way. That's it. And he's got his own thing. And I don't even know how long he's going to be around.
Whoa!
I think he's going to ascend even higher than commentary.
Oh, okay.
That's my prediction. There you go. There's my next one.
Nick will ascend.
So, yeah, I guess what the other thing was. So that's what I said. And then I guess this is supposed to make me look really bad. You know what? If he comes up with the wrong people, like if he wasn't involved in Nick Dioro stuff or Zaptai stuff or anything I think he would have thrown Tom under the bus. Just depends on who was around. It just depends on who was around him. Yeah, and I know that's true. I know that's true. When Augie has an authority figure, one time it was Twoon. So he followed the open folders thing.
What? Dude, come on, dude. This is just bullshit. Augie always needs an authority figure. He always needs an E-Daddy. One time it was Twoon. When the fuck was Twoon ever my internet daddy? What the fuck is he talking about? Twoon, by the way. What year is it? Hey guys, what year is it? Can somebody remind me what fucking year this is? Oh my god, bro. That is crazy. Keep in mind, the only bad thing I did on Instagram Wake Up was bring all of those guys onto a stream and question them. I gave them the hard-hitting questions that Dioro and Thomas C, to be fair, were asking. I just regurgitated their questions by bringing the guys that I was friendly with at the time, Twoon, Bo Blacks, whoever else was involved in that whole situation. I brought them onto a stream and I asked them the hard-hitting questions that Thomas C and Nick wanted asked. And yet, for some reason, Nick never fucks us up because Nick made the video talking about it. But Thomas C acts like I was a part of Instagram Wake Up, even though I was doing his job for him.
Remember when H3 basically sent Britbong to rape you niggas?
Well, I don't think he sent Britbong to do that, but yeah, I remember that whole arc. Yeah.
Then, for years, it was Nick Dioro.
But yeah, it's so funny. He's like, this is great. Again, this is just such low-hanging fruit, but damn, bro.
So he followed the open folders thing. Then, for years...
Yes, I followed the open folders thing by doing a stream about it and asking them tough questions. Apparently, that's the same thing as worshipping Twoon. Like, he's my E-Daddy who can't do anything wrong. That makes a lot of sense.
Years, it was Nick Dioro. Then it was Spicy Chat. The authority figure can do no wrong, right? The authority figure is who you go to.
So my authority figures were Twoon, Nick Dioro, and Spicy Chat just as a whole, just as a collective. They're all my E-Daddies now. Queenman, Dickers, Perry, Chud Logic, literally the entire Discord server. All of them are who I worship now. We're taking the orders.
Tommy C is tired of 20-year-old. He's moving on to teens.
Okay, dude, disavow. Disavow. Yeah. Fuck Nick Dioro. We're going on to Spicy Chat as a whole. All of these guys, these are my kings. These are my fucking guys. I'll do whatever they all collectively as a group tell me to do. It doesn't really matter.
Then it was the Spicy Chat crowd. I mean, think about it.
The whole crowd.
Chud, Queenman, all these guys tried to screw him. And by the way, there is possibly more stuff coming out, and I think he's aware of it. When he talks about the leaks, there's more coming, right? So he continues to run into their arms. I don't know.
Wait. So I'm aware that huge leaks are going to be coming out against Chud Logic or Queenman, and yet I'm still running to their arms anyway. How does that make sense? If I am an opportunistic retard and I sense that trouble is a brewing in the future, wouldn't I start distancing myself now before the leaks come out? What?
If I want to be around people that are fucking like, want my
Augie knows they're about to get fucked, but that's why he continues staying in their circle. What? Why?
Destruction. I mean, like they did run a meme, and they really, I think it was a meme just to hope it landed, and then if it didn't work, then you say, "Oh, we're just kidding." That I sent dick pics to Kinetic Cal.
Oh my god,
Augie
dude.
explained that off as like, get over it. Like,
yes.
People just busting your balls,
bro. Dude. Nobody can tell me. Does somebody even have the fucking tweet, by the way, the video that they made? Some fucking retard that watches Queenman made an edit where Tommy's like talking about, it's an edit of like 2 streams of Tommy's clipped together where the edit makes it sound like Tommy C's saying he sent his dick pic to Kinetic Kel when she was 14 years old, which makes no sense, obviously. And Tommy C's like, they're calling me a pedophile, and it's like, bro. And then Augie's telling me to get over it. I mean, dude, it's just fucking retarded, bro. We should be better than this. How are we getting baited by such stupid shit?
No. I like. Can I at least not be connected to them? And is it reasonable expectation that people that supposedly align with me are away from them? People that are calling me a pedophile? Is that a reasonable expectation? Or is it just, we're kidding? Well, they don't know me like that. I'm not their friends, and they're openly calling for me and the commentary community to be destroyed. Congratulations, Augie. They accomplished it. Now you're theirs.
Oh, shit, dude. Yeah, now he's warning me. They're calling for the commentary community to be destroyed. Yeah. I mean, it's just so, why so serious, dude? Why so serious? You're their meatbag, dude. Yeah, exactly. Bro, I went onto their streams to defend Brandon Buckingham doxing the fucking Tom girl or whatever the fuck, right? It's like, I've had disagreements and arguments with them. I have not, maybe the PSYOP is coming. I don't know. Maybe they're waiting for the right time to strike. And if so, I'll be the first to say, shit, dude, I should have stayed in Tommy C's camp, man. But it just seems like to me in my dealings with them, like I have disagreements. Shit happens. I go on stream, we talk, whatever the fuck.
Your daddy is demanding respect, boy. Get on your knees for Father Tommy C.
Oh.
You better listen to your daddy.
That's right, dude.
Tommy knows you had a meeting of the mind with Bo Blacks.
Thank you, Ethan Ralph. Speaking of Ethan Ralph, Tommy's gonna say, like, I knew Augie was bad news because he came from the Killstream crowd. Tommy thinks that I came from the Killstream crowd. Like I wasn't around years before that. Okay. So schizo, man.
So I've talked to Nick privately. I think our relationship going forward is going to be Merry Christmas. I hope I get invited to his wedding if he ever gets married. That would be awesome. I'd totally fly to Long Island for that.
Okay. All right. Anyway, yeah, dude, you know what's one thing I'm just honestly so sick of, though? I'm just sick of hearing about these people. Like, I don't think about these people at all. Unless I'm watching one of their streams. Like, if I'm watching Queenman or whatever, right? But, like, I've been hearing about Queenman's name non-fucking stop for years at this point, and I don't know why. He should not be this relevant of a fucking name in my life. I just keep hearing about what he's doing, what he's saying. It's like, I don't really want to know unless I'm tuning in myself and just watching him for myself, right? Like, I just don't know why he gets so much free attention and exposure. You know, I'm not knocking him or anything. I'm just saying, it's just like, bro, you know, this community should be focused on, honestly, just bigger things. Like, I just don't want to hear about it, right? But like, it just the marketing campaign that he has where he's just able to get nonstop free attention and press and exposure and stuff like that. I just don't know why. I should even really be hearing this guy's name as much. It reminds me when I used to hear Gamergate every day. When people would always be talking about Gamergate, like 10 years after it happened, I'd be like, shut the fuck up already. I don't care, dude.
If he decides to get married.
It's like the commentary equivalent of that.
But other than that, yeah. But no, I don't have anything to do with Augie. I think that's reasonable. Like, how many times can you be right about something and this guy like just doubles and triples and quadruples down? So all right, I don't want to be his friend. Tom, on the other hand, we haven't been friends. We're friendly.
Oh my god. Oh, the clip, dude. Oh my god, Styra just screamed. We haven't been friends. We've been friendly. Dude, I forgot that was in this video. Oh man, classic. Classic, dude.
I got one line of communication when I did the video about Chud and him and how he put Chud. That's it. And I wouldn't talk to him directly. That's it. Me and Tom are not really friends. It's not that big a deal. And why should we be friends? I'm like almost 30 years a senior.
True.
And he has big shot friends like Brendan Buckingham and shit like that. So it's...
Dude, I love the nonstop self-deprecation Thomas he does where he's like, why would Turkey Tom be friends with a piece of shit old fucking crusty retard like me? It's like, okay.
Completely reasonable. Even Nick and me have, I mean, he's almost 30, but I mean, me and Nick are pretty distant at this point. I still care about him. I want the best for him. But as far as an alignment, no, I don't want an alignment. I don't want to be held responsible by the vultures that were brought in this community by accident by Nick Dioro anymore. Augie loves the Spurks too much. Bingo. I think that just says it. It's like, I don't even hate Augie. I mean, I've never been like...
Wait. Hold on now. That just made no sense. 1 second.
Queenman is the organ of the commentary community.
Thank you for the $10, dude. Yeah, okay, so that makes no sense, right? So Augie loves the Spurgs too much, but he just said Nick Dioro accidentally brought in all the Spurgs. So I'm gonna get endless shit because I'm just friends with idiots, right? But then he just said Nick Dioro brings in all the fucking Destiny people. So, but I'm still the one to blame. Okay. You like the Spurgs too much? Again, what year is it? What fucking year is it, dude? When's the last time I've had a rotation of Spurgs? I've been doing solo shows for years now. I've been off the internet for years now, you know, or at least I left the internet for years, and then when I came back, I do solo shows. Who are the Spurgs that I'm friends with right now?
The least upset. I don't know. What did he say, JFA? He's gonna A-log me or something?
Oh yeah, it's open season for you now.
Smaggle? Oh, I just realized I didn't even have the TTS fucking... Second. Ah, shit. 1 second. There we go. There we go.
It takes a lot to piss him off.
Okay, here we go.
The least upset. I don't know. What did he say, JFA? He's gonna A-log me or something?
Oh yeah, it's open season for you now. It takes a lot to piss him off, but you managed to do it, Tommy.
Really?
Look out.
Really? It's like he was so in love with me before, and now they pushed it. Well, here's the truth. You were nothing on your own. You got extremely lucky. You are not a creative thinker. People joke behind your back that you're dim. And really, it's...
People, what? Wait. People joke behind my back that I'm dim? Fuck. Oh, no, dude. I can't imagine. One of the worst fates is that people in the commentary community, one of the dumbest sections of the internet, talk behind my back that I'm dim. I'm fucking stunned, dude.
Whoever you put this authority theory...
Yeah, not a creative thinker. I mean, fuck me, man. When I look at the art that gets produced in this sector, and I realize that in comparison to all of these great artists in this community, I am not a creative thinker and I'm dim in comparison to the giants of this scene, it does really bring my ego back down into perspective here. Yeah, you got owned. Damn, dude, damn. Being dim in the commentary community is pretty rock bottom. Yeah, dude.
As much as I hate him, I can't deny how much aura Nick and Tommy have given Queenman as like this terrifying figure that at any second can snap and destroy you in an instant like a Dragon Ball villain.
I don't see it that way. I don't fucking see it that way, dude. I mean, he's really not that guy. I gotta be real. That's not a diss at him or anything like that. I think he's a good streamer. I enjoy his takes. I do value his perspective as a streamer. I don't agree with everything he says, but he's not like this, like, oh, don't fuck with that guy. Oh shit, you know? And it's just like, you shouldn't give him that power if you do think he's that guy anyway. If you really do think he's that guy, don't let him know you think that.
Figure on, and you just kind of take, it's almost like gospel. You'll take that as gospel. There's no creative thinking. And you know what? For somebody who was raised in a homeschool, and you're like the
For somebody that was raised in a homeschool.
There's no creative thinking. And you know what? For somebody who was raised in a homeschool, and you're like the valedictorian and the quarterback and all the teachers, your mom says you're smart. I could see why going with the one sort of authority figure is kind of just the path of least resistance for you.
Damn! The psychoanalysis. I'm homeschooled, so I've always been looking for someone to tell me what to do, right?
I don't think you're creative. I don't think you're very funny. And I think it's kind of a bad decision to A-log the guy that you have a lot more subs than. You usually A-log the guy that's bigger than you, but...
That's bullshit, dude. Do you know how much money I made A-logging fucking Tipster when he was completely irrelevant? Even Boblax, he's in the chat, he knows. Dude, I made thousands off these guys. Always A-log the lower guy.
Nicholas Dioro who sat on stream denying the slave statistics on live stream while being interested in doing politics streams.
Flamenco too? Here, let me read that donation that just came in. Yeah, always A-log the lower guy. They're usually the fucking content, dude. The lower guy's usually the dumb enough person to give you the content to A-log. Where is it? Pay me the donos you made off the... Sherm, $5. Remember that Nick Tommy is saying that while his E-Daddy is Nicholas Diorio, who sat on stream denying the slave statistics on live stream while being interested in doing political stream? Okay, that's a fucking... Nick Diorio denied the slave stats? What the fuck? I remember that conversation. That's some old fucking after hours. All right, let's keep going.
You usually A-log the guy that's bigger than you, but I could see also that idea coming from spicy chat types because that's all they know. It's all code.
What? That makes no sense. The spicy chat guys are A-logging people bigger than them, aren't they? I thought they were the Spurgs. Anyone that they go after is bigger than them. What the fuck? What? His logic makes no fucking sense here.
It's all code from your parts. Take the criticism. That's the criticism. The criticism is you're not creative. You got very lucky from the people you're around, and you don't appreciate it.
I don't appreciate my luck. Is that really the criticism? Is this whole segment about how I don't appreciate how lucky I am? That's what this whole video is about. Okay. Well, damn, Tommy, I never thought about that. You're right. I am kind of an ungrateful piece of shit. Only doing a stream once or twice a month. I forgot where I came from, dude.
You really, at this point, sound like Flamenco.
Really? Come on, dude.
I was trying to tell Flamenco that he should stop acting like an asshole, right? Augie needed Nick. By the way, Michael, so did I. So did Tipster. So did Bobax. And Bobax and Tipster started fucking resented it as well as Flamenco. So this is me. This is like me a couple years ago saying, Flamenco, calm down. Stop doing that. We're all here because of somebody else. Me, Keemstar, you, okay, Augie, buddy. And Augie and Flamenco's like, no, not... That has nothing to do with it. I'm a genius. No, you fucking knew Augie and Metokur saw you. Like, show some appreciation. Everybody wants to believe.
What is he talking about? Can somebody decipher? I need somebody to decipher this shit, dude.
When they get like somewhat of an audience, that there's some kind of genius and some kind of mastermind. Augie, you're kind of dim. You're not a really...
As he's like struggling to fucking say anything that's coherent. He's like mumbling over himself, can't get a complete sentence out. Augie, you're kind of dim, dude. Okay.
Super smart guy. Doesn't make you a bad person.
He's like having a stroke, just trying to think of the words to say.
but you're not dim and you rely on other people to guide you. That's not what a man does.
Damn.
What a follower does, a full-time follower. And lucky for you, the idea that you don't understand why you lost.
This whole stream, by the way, is him mad that I'm not following him. Right? Isn't that the whole point? He's mad that I don't take him seriously. He's mad that I don't listen to his wise words and take it seriously. So, but simultaneously, he's also mad that I am a follower. And that's not what a real man does. But really, the problem is I don't follow him. That's what he's upset about.
So badly against Willie Mack's show is because the people you're around were telling you you're doing everything great. Nobody was there to really criticize.
Whoa. Hold on. We got to back this up.
Rely on other people to guide you. That's not what a man does.
Not what a man does.
What a follower does. A full-time follower. And lucky for you, the idea that you don't understand why you lost so badly against Willie Mack's show.
I lost? To who?
Is because the people you're around were telling you you're doing everything great. Nobody was there to really criticize you, and you don't do that much deep thinking to come away with, like, why is this working? Why is this not working? That's why he cried to Nick, because I can't believe this happened. Well, I'll tell you why. Because above the level, the rest of the internet, Spicy Chat, when they saw the things you were saying about Willie, like he's either stupid or compromised, which is funny, which also sounds like something out of Queenman's mouth, by the way. They saw what it was, and you didn't have they saw what it was, and they saw, like, no, you're just kind of a backstabber, man. That's what they saw. No one's going to see this right here as me being a backstabber. They're going to see this as me being an
Wow. I don't even know how to give commentary on this anymore. This is just, there's so many points there. I ran to Nick crying, wondering what happened. I lost the Willie Mack beef. Spicy Chat saw me for what I was as a backstabber and capitalized off of that or something. They gave me the program talking points. I mean, what is going on, dude?
Man wanting to get away from a bunch of kids that don't appreciate shit and don't like me very much. Is that a crime, guys? Am I wrong here?
Terrible.
I don't want to hang around people that don't. Yeah, I don't want to hang around people that never really liked me. And what did he say to? He said something to the effect of, I used to like him, but now I don't anymore. And now I'm really, like, that sounds so bizarre. It almost sounds like that's bullshit and you never liked me.
No, that's not true. Tommy,
I mean, don't beat yourself up, Tommy. I liked you when you did a show, okay? Many years ago when you tried. It was cool. It was a fun program. Unfortunately, that was a long time ago.
You were cool. You're all right.
You're all right.
You know, for what you are.
I mean, okay, I'm being a little bit snarky, but the real answer is I had no issue with this guy. I liked him when we were doing RFC Mania. That was less than a year ago, right? The reality is that I never had a problem with this guy. He said some stupid shit about the Willie Mack drama. I never liked what he said, but I didn't really respond to it. And then, like, a month ago, he cut me off. I don't understand what I did here that was crazy. I liked him pretty much up until now. Like, I don't even, I don't think about this guy that often, but it's like, I don't know what he's doing here. Like, this is just so gay.
Like, Augie's so much younger. I haven't talked to him and something. And I'm not going to sit there and say he never did anything nice to me. Sometimes he wouldn't stream on times that. Oh
my God, I'm so glad he brought that up. That was so cancerous, dude. When I couldn't stream in the afternoons because Tommy C would hit me up, right? And he'd be like, this is back when I moved out for the first time, like when I was streaming every day, like 4 years ago or some shit, right? Tommy C would DM me and he'd be like, hold on, I'll tell the story here in a second.
Did you ever call out Tom for the horrendous sweeping he did for Destiny during New Year's? From past live streams, it's pretty obvious he has no morals left, and will essentially do anything for money. Also, Tommy Dementia C should use voluntary euthanasia.
Whoa, just about that. I think I talked about the New Year's stream. I re-reviewed the New Year's stream last stream, so you can go check it out on that VOD or on the YouTube video. No, so here's the thing, right? So Tommy C, back when I would stream daily, like 4 years ago, Tommy C hit me up and he was like, Augie, can you please not stream during like this specific time, 3 p.m. in the afternoon? Because that's when I do my show. And every time I do my show and you stream over it, I have 100 viewers.
Does he disavow Willie, or does he agree with him?
He didn't give a take on it. He said we're all gay. was his take. Thank you for that $3. Yeah, he was like, every time you stream over my show, I only get like 100 viewers. There's just no point for anyone to watch my content if you're live over it. So could you please not stream over my time slot? And I agreed because I'm like, okay, well, Tommy, I don't want to make you fucking homeless, dude. I don't want to completely starve your fucking family. So yeah, okay, I'll move my streams over to like 4 p.m. I'll give you your hour. You can do your show, have your typical 300 viewers, and then I'll go live right when you're done. No problem, Tommy. And that was such a pain in the ass for my schedule at the time because I'd have to do my streams super late and it would just disrupt my evening plans and everything. But I did it because I was like, okay, well, Tommy's right. Whenever I do go live at his time slot, he does get completely ass raped. So I don't want to just be raping him every day. So yeah, I would move my entire daily schedule all around just for Tommy's ass so he wouldn't fucking starve. That is a true story.
Something, and it's not going to sit there and say he never did anything nice to me. Sometimes he wouldn't stream on times that let me get my hour in before he went, because once he went, it was
dude, let me get my hour in. Tommy C's glorious hour.
just total slim pickings there.
It's slim pickings there. Dude, it's slim pickings there. He even admits it. See, I was retelling my story and I was like, okay, I might be exaggerating a little bit. No, he describes it exactly how I just did. It was slim pickings whenever I'd be on at the same time that Tommy C was on. Wow. Well, I'm glad he admits it, dude.
Let me get my hour in before he went, because once he went, there was just total slim pickings there. And I do appreciate that.
He made you, but can't hold more than 100 viewers when you're live. Yeah. Dude.
But it's just, it's like, as far as like working with him or discussing anything with him, I remember one time I called in his show, and Medicare did this thing called the Founders, right?
The Finders. Oh my God. He's going to talk about the Finders stream that I did back in 2019. Again, another situation I don't remember what the fuck that was about.
And what he was doing, it was an information dump by the FBI. And
raw data. Yeah.
I realized, just my military background, and I did try to be a police officer at one time, that a lot of the stuff
holy shit
that he was looking at as taking as gospel was raw data. All right, what's raw data?
Raw data.
Raw data
Dude,
is
raw data.
All right, like I'm a
oh my God, I'm glad somebody at least remembers this shit.
Cop, and I write everything down. And I talked to a guy, and he says, "Yep, they came over here, they kidnapped 3 kids and killed them." And the cop writes it down, right? And it goes into the ever-grading file. So the cop follows that up after he writes it down and finds out that's complete horseshit. Well, what he wrote down goes into the pile, okay? So I go and explain to him, there's like everything that's in it, because he was watching this Founder stuff. And
Cody says, Medicare butchered the Finder stuff so bad. Wait a minute now. You're telling me that Hody, who's a spicy chatter, agrees with Tommy C's take. Does that mean Tommy C's he got the programming 7 years ago from Queenman's community back then?
Queenman/Chud debating every cringe topic. John Swan, Troon Blacks and non-political Aiden were way better. Also, did you look at male feminist Null crying about you? You need to dunk on that queer.
Ah! I saw the cope, dude. I might play some of those clips later. I mean, the Tom stuff is so... I missed all that. I really dropped the ball not covering that. I was just too busy with fucking real life shit at the time. I did see those clips, though. They were so funny.
You were a soy boy leftist. You should have let the capitalist system work its miraculous hand and sent Tommy C to the gutters. He is now talking about the Founders. Why did you do this to us?
Thank you for the $5, dude. Yeah, apparently Queenman gave Tommy C the talking points to use against me 7 years ago, is what I'm learning now, okay? Rare moment of unity.
So I go and explain to him, there's like everything that's in it, because he was watching this Founder stuff, and Bobax was there too. And he was like, what?
Forgot to ask earlier, but does Augie denounce anti-Goyism in all its forms? What, do you mean people that are mad about using the word Goy? Saying that it's anti-Semitic? Are you talking about that discourse?
Oh, that's crazy. It's crazy. Like, yeah, I was like, calm down, dude. A lot of this stuff is just raw data. And I explained
raw
that to
data.
them, and they were just stupefied. And then he started making fun of me and laughing at me like, you stupid old man.
They all started pointing at me and laughing. They were laughing at me 7 years ago. I called into the stream and I explained to them why they were wrong. They just started laughing at me, calling me a stupid old man. Wow, I can't remember ever doing that, Tommy. But then again, this was 7 fucking years ago. Get over it. Get over it. Why do you still think about this? I forgot this entire conversation. You might be right. Maybe we did treat you like shit. From what I remember, we brought you onto the stream. We let you give your take. We pushed you a little bit. And then that was the call. Now, maybe we treated you like a total asshole. Who cares if we did, dude? I was fucking 17 at the time, dude. What, you're telling me that I was a dick to you when I was 17 and that still keeps you up at night? That's something you remember and think about? Who cares? Get over it. 7 years ago, I was a 17-year-old kid. I was a homeschooled I was literally still in a homeschool. You called into my stream that I was doing from a homeschool. And what, I laughed at you? A homeschooled retard laughed at you on the internet? You still think about that? That's kind of rough, dude.
This came from Mr. Mediger. You know, Mr. Mediger's got an agenda. Are you saying you don't like Mediger? You're just mad that he put him in that video, aren't you? Like all the.
There's no way I said that. Wait, you're telling me that I put. You're telling me that I even brought that point up at them at the time? Sounds like I owned you, dude. You got mad. Chill out. The first homeschool bully? Dude. Come on, man.
It's sort of YouTube think. AugieRFC could not comprehend that a cop could write something down, put it in a file, and later that lead turns out to be false.
Actually, this is raw data. It sounds like we just laughed at you because you sounded gay. Tommy C was like on stream for like 30 minutes. This is wrong. We don't care, dude.
Sorry, I can't deal with anybody that's stupid. And
dude, why are you mad?
The truth of the matter is, he's not mad at me because he just realized I was a bad guy one day. He's mad at me because I told the truth about him.
True. Go off, King.
He's not that.
I'm so angry at people that tell the truth, man.
That bright. He's a regurgitator at best, and the only thing that makes him smarter than Bobax and Tipster is he was stupid enough to go along with it and keep his mouth shut. That's it. That's who he is.
So I'm stupid enough to go along with Bobax and Tipster somehow? But I'm also smart enough to keep my mouth shut. So which one is it? I'm like the smartest of the retards? Is that what he's saying? I'm dumb because I hang around a bunch of lolcows, but I'm smart because I'm not a lolcow like the lolcows that I hang around with.
They were laughing at me, goofing at me, saying stuff, sending stuff to Mediker. Not him personally, but his fans.
Wait, what?
That's it. That's who he is. They were laughing at me, goofing at me, saying stuff, sending stuff to Mediker. Not him personally, but his fans.
What were my fans sending about you to Mediker? At this point, we're beyond like just him making shit up. This is just like crazy. This is like when Tipster was like, your fans harassed my wife on Instagram. What do you mean? You mean my fans clipped the stream and were like, hey, Jim, Tommy C thinks you're a fucking idiot. Who cares? Stand by your words, dude. If you're going to get clipped, you cannot cry about you getting clipped on Twitter and being like, oh, the Clippers are starting shit. That's your words, dude. If you don't want to get into trouble, be mindful of what you say. Okay? Yeah, sure, the Clippers instigated, but what are they instigating shit with? Your own words. So be careful about the words that you use on stream. But I guess it's difficult to be careful about the words that you use on stream if you're fucking drunk all the time.
So, like...
You have, like, no inhibition.
Yeah, I don't see it as you being tolerating me. I see it as I tolerating you.
Oh, got him.
Like, yeah, and I kind of don't need anybody. The whole thing's gone. You know, I kind of brought you ideas, shouted you guys out, had you on my show, and you guys, you did great. You did better than me. And then you were like, yeah, fuck.
Tommy C did not shout me out on his show. He was attacking me the first month that I even started. Unfortunately, even at that time, even back when Tommy C was somewhat, like, taken seriously, even back then, his attacks didn't mean anything or work.
The clip where Aiden's
Fuck you.
chatter calls him out for being friends with you for being a fascist, and Aiden says it's not an issue because he's making you more left-wing.
What?
Also, his streams are insufferable to watch.
Please
Bring
link
back
me where
fun.
Aiden tells somebody that he's making me more left-wing. Please link me that. That's such cope, dude. That's such fucking cope. Are you telling me Aiden's having a serious political conversation? Somebody's pressing him because he's friends with me, who's a Nazi, which I'm not, by the way. Does anyone even think that I have serious political positions on fucking anything?
And you went into a guy that probably tried to screw Nick last year with the Destiny story by telling him the fucking Destiny story. And then all of a sudden his right-hand man Queenman says, you fucking held on to the Destiny story. The point, bitch. Probably on purpose.
I don't know what this point is about. He's saying I went with somebody that screwed Nick over. I'm lost.
Well, you don't have the proof. Well, let's use some common sense. I know that's not Augie's strong suit. So listen to this.
Wow.
And this is, well, you got to admit, well, you got the Turkey Tom stuff. Would have won the chat. You got the Turkey Tom shit right?
Oh, okay. So I got it right. He does 20 minutes talk about how he's always right, even though he admits he was wrong about Nick. After all of that segment where I'm a fucking retard, I'm dim, I'm not creative, I'm a follower, I'm a dick sucker, I worship my fucking daddies, whatever the fuck he says, right? Now we're going to go into a clip where I'm right about shit that you were wrong about. After he just watched a clip where I'm saying that he fucked over Turkey Tom, and he admits that I'm right. Just makes so much sense.
Want to chat? He did good. He stuck with Turkey Tom to the bid. Tom, you hedged a little, which is true. I did hedge a little. I was wondering. So, but put a one in the chat if Tom got it right. If Augie got it right. He stood by, called those girls sluts, whatever.
Stream
Oh, man.
the time, and I didn't have a chance to actually look. Prior to finding out anything, we suspended Half-Baked pending whatever actually happens with that. Half-Baked is not something that I make money off of, but ultimately it's a collaborative project. So if there's anything against Tom coming out, because we have a video that was ready to go. I think it's like episode 54 or something that was literally about to drop. I wanted to make sure all my ducks were in a row before we publish any more content for that channel, because it's like a collaborative thing with me and Tom.
I think it's the wrong one.
I mean, the right thing to do is to verify or attempt to get more information privately through Tom.
And somebody in chat says, denounce Queenman so Tommy can finally sleep at night. Yeah, sure it did.
And also publicly.
It feels like that's what they want, dude. It's always so gay to me whenever anyone demands that I do anything, you know? Like, even when I did the Turkey Tom stream, somebody came into my chat. They donated. They were donating all day. And then at the final part of my stream, they were like, let me make this simple for you. Denounce Tom now. It's like, bro, fuck you, dude. I don't care who it is. If Spicy Chat's telling me to denounce Nick, fuck them. If fucking Tommy's telling me to denounce Queenman, fuck him. If Kiwi Farm's telling me to denounce Tom, fuck him, dude. I don't like being told what to do, obviously. How weak is it? How fucking weak are you? Tommy C's like, he's a follower. No. If somebody tells me to do something, I'm not going to do it solely because they're telling me to do something. No, I do whatever I want. I do what I feel is right. What the fuck are you guys talking about, dude? Anyone that watches my solo streams and thinks that I'm a follower, I have to question of who. Because you can't say Queenman or JSTLK. I don't talk to those guys. I go on their streams like a few times a year? How often have I called into JSTLK? Like 3 or 4 times over the span of like 9 months? I don't DM with these guys. I don't talk with these guys. You know? I talk to Nick pretty frequently. But obviously you guys can tell, like, I have my own thoughts on certain things that Nick has thoughts on, right? Sometimes we disagree and we butt heads there. Who do I follow? Who do I just worship and follow?
By going on Kiwi Farms and reading all about Tom's gigantic white cock, apparently. I have to go through and read all that stuff. I have to get all that information, and then we can make a judgment call after the fact. There was also some weird narrative thing that, I don't know, maybe Tommy said this and he was misinformed, that Tom wasn't reaching out to anybody or talking to anybody. That's just not the case.
Yeah, it's not the case on 2 fronts. I told you guys that Tom was reaching out. He did not reach out to me. He doesn't usually reach out to me. But he hasn't reached out to me since the Dioro thing. And by the way, him cut me off after the Dioro thing, remember, he did come in and say something on my birthday. I'm fine with that. I'm not mad at him. I'm not even really that mad at Augie. I mean, Augie, like, everybody kind of knew you were like this all along.
Everybody knew I was like this.
So, yeah, Nick's confused there.
I was in contact with Tom for the vast majority of this, actually. I don't know.
Oh, Mr. Rapist. Thank you for the sub on Kick. You worship Nick Fuentes of America First. True, dude. I'm a fucking undercover groiper. That was my favorite theory, is that I'm like a secret Fed in the commentary community here to siphon people to the fucking far right.
I didn't feel like the need to step out and go, no, Tom is talking to me. No, Tom is talking to me. Because a lot of people were already coming, like jumping down my neck, asking me question after question about the whole situation. And I didn't really want to attract any more of that because I was already getting a ton.
All right. So Nick knew about it. He was with him. I had no idea. Nobody told me. Probably a good thing. I'm glad he didn't. But this is interesting. Right here, this guy I want to hit up just because I'm a fucking petty bastard. Both Nick Dioro, Tommy C through Tom on the Bus. Anyone is
Groiper entryism through shit or drama. Yeah, exactly. I hook you guys in with the Tommy C A-logging, and then I spit you guys out to the Groipers. That's how I got you. Now give me all of your information, and I will give it to the January 6th committee.
Still friends is nothing. So, well, Nick couldn't have thrown him on the bus because he was in contact with him the entire time. In fact, Nick told me he saw the video before it came out. I wasn't aware of any of this stuff. Guess who else saw the video? Can you guess who else saw the video before it came out?
Me! I saw it. I saw it.
I'd like to get some guesses in the chat.
Chat, you can do it.
Yeah, come on, chat. Can you do it? Who else saw the video? If Nick saw the video, who else saw it? Maybe? Good. That was it. Yeah, good job. That guy wins a t-shirt. Edward Fox. No, of course it was fucking Augie. So Mr. Yeah, man, I got this, had the inside information all along. He watched the video. I don't know when it was. But if, by the way,
okay, hey, idiot, don't you think when I saw the video, don't you think that's like a big part of the story? I don't know when he saw it, but he saw the video. Okay, I didn't see the video until very soon after it came out publicly anyway, right? Like, I saw a lot of people saying, well, Augie knew all of the information immediately, even when he did his first stream covering it. Not fucking really. Not really. I didn't find out that Tom was in the clear until pretty much, I think I was sent it 6 days or something, if I had to guess, before the video came out. So, yeah, Tom is going to cope and be like, well, he can't call me a dumbass because he knew the whole time. Not really. I don't think I knew the whole time, dude.
That's not true. Nick Dioro is a liar.
Duper's delight.
And
yeah, exactly.
Considering Nick confirms it right here.
Yeah, definitely not before my own stream covering it. That's why it looks like shit when I cover the stream. It's because I was worried that at that time, even when I was covering it, that the allegations were fucking true.
Nick confirms it that he was in touch with him. I did not learn that Nick was in touch with Tom the entire time until yesterday. Right. Yeah, okay. I hedged a little bit. I was like, yeah, man. But I got to be honest with you, I am not hedging on this. I don't want any kind of public relationship with just about anyone, with the possible exception of Willie. But Willie calls here and we talk about
I like how he leaves it open as a possible exception. I might talk to Willie. Bro, Willie is your last friend. In my opinion, I feel like that's probably true. I can't imagine anyone takes you seriously other than Willie. Maybe Nick.
Our fucking crazy uncles or some crazy
The only reason why I say maybe Nick is because I'd like to assume that Nick is smart enough to see how fucking retarded this guy sounds. But then again, I'm not invested in Nick's relationship with Tommy C. I could give a fuck if Nick and Tommy C talk every day. I told Nick that. So, I don't know what Nick and Tommy C's relationship is or whatever the fuck, right? I know Nick's a pretty smart guy. If you're a smart guy, you realize Tommy's an idiot, right? So I'd like to think just based on that logic alone, Nick clearly has to think he's a dumbass. I can't imagine anyone taking this guy seriously other than Willie. What about his friends in the Lolcow show? I mean, those guys don't even fucking exist. The Lolcow show is fake.
He has a half Irish, half Italian family. As a talk, and then I talk about going to VFW. I think that relationship will last the rest of my life. I think Nick's moving on to bigger and better things, and I've had that happen to my friends that are IRL that have moved on, and I wish him the absolute best. I actually wish Augie the best as well.
Thanks, bro.
I just don't want to be around him because he's too stupid. And I'm not even, I don't even feel like I just said like an ad hominem. He's just too stupid. I mean, Nick told me when I told him, you got to lose those guys, because he started talking to Augie and Bobax right after the open folders thing. And Nick, because he's not a backstabbing person, he's actually a pretty empathetic person, said, I really feel sorry for that guy. And I was like, who? And he was like, Augie. I really feel sorry for that guy. And like, why would you feel sorry for him? You eat people like him alive. What are you talking about? Because he's homeschooled and his best friend's a retard.
Oh my God. Oh man, dude. I would love to see this conversation.
That's what Nick said. Now,
Nick totally said that. Here's the thing. I don't care if Nick said that. This was 9 fucking years ago. I don't care what Nick thought about me 9 fucking years ago. I don't even know the context of what is even happening. Like I said, with Instagram Wake Up, the only thing that sucked for me is that I was being accused of shit, which was guilt by association, right? So other than that, other than being associated with the people around that, I was the good guy in the story because I was asking them the fucking tough questions. All I did was host a stream. Nick even admits this. Tommy C still hasn't updated his internal dialogue there.
This is all
he still doesn't know what happened.
Cope. If you didn't do those live streams, people wouldn't know who Nick or Tommy was. Nick would just be some low viewer BrettTuber and Tommy would be working at a convenience store.
I give Nick a lot of credit for, I think me and Nick, sorry Boblast, me and Nick totally built this shit, okay? We totally fucking laid it down brick by brick. But Nick was definitely more so in charge of the narratives, and I was basically like Nick was like the director, I was like the producer, if that makes sense, of the old guard. You know, I made both of you. Yeah, dude. I remember your little fucking rant, dude. It was me. I built this shit.
I did bring that up to Nick just recently, and he said he started laughing profusely, and he said, I don't remember saying that. That's what he said.
Oh.
You know, but I mean, yeah, I kind of pegged Augie too. It just took longer. I don't think Augie ever really truly loved me or anything. I think,
dude. I don't think Augie ever loved me. Dude, you're 50. You're 50. Why are you saying these words? Why are you saying these words?
I kind of pegged Augie too. It just took.
Wait. I kind of pegged Augie, but Augie never loved me. All right.
You know, but I mean, yeah.
That is crazy. Thank you, DJ Screwdriver, for the gifted sub to Boblax. We appreciate that.
I kind of pegged Augie too. It just took longer. I don't think Augie ever really truly loved me or anything. I think it was a means to an end. And, you know, that's it. Like, so if you think that Augie was like whole hardcore for Tom, Augie had inside information that I didn't have.
Yeah, after I covered the story, you fucking idiot, dude. I did not have insider information. And also, here's the thing, too. My whole take was wait for his response. Whether I knew Tom or not, whether I was given the response early or not, that would not have changed how I looked at the story. All I said was wait for his side of the story. There's always 2 sides to every story. That's my prescription under every drama. If anyone is getting accused of anything, wait for the other side. Wait for the other side. There's always 2 sides to every story. That's it. That's always my take. It is a simple take. It is just the obvious thing to say. It's the obvious fucking opinion, right? It's just, okay, this sounds bad, blah, 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 blah. Now let's see what happens next. Let's hear the other guy's take. That's it. That's it, dude.
So I guess I stabbed Tom in the back. If you wanted to throw him under the bus, threw myself under the bus.
Oh, so I'm right. So he admits that I'm right again. After just saying, what? You said that I backstabbed Tom? No, I didn't. 20 minutes later, well, I guess he's right. Okay. Sawi with the gifted sub. Thank you very much, dude.
whatever. But I haven't had a consistent relationship with Tom for 5 years. He's ascended and went on.
Listen to this guy talking about consistent relationships. I pegged this guy. He didn't love me. It's like, bro, relax.
Bigger, better things. Super happy for him. All the best. If Tom wants to be my friend, let's keep it private. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to have any friends anymore. I'm sorry. Nick Dioro has a terrible eye for talent.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Talent that are just backstabbers. And this is my criticism of Nick. You know, and he's been doing this for a long time. Like Destiny or anybody else. They make them laugh. He entertains them. And he does what he did with fucking Augie. He sees the best in them. And then they turn out to be rats because there's a lot of rats in this thing. Like 8 out of 10 guys in this business are rats. That's what it is.
How am I a rat? What did I do? I haven't even done anything yet. At least with Chud, he waited for Chud to like say some shit. Even then, it was so shaky. What did I do? Like, I didn't even say anything about this guy. What the fuck happened? What did I do? Yeah, I am getting tired of like the whole everyone's fake. The community's dead. Everyone's a piece of shit. I'm fucking raped. Oh, everyone just rapes my ass. Oh, everything sucks. We get it, dude. We fucking get it.
It's a bit like a jar, but not as autistic. Yeah, he's not as autistic as the other two. Yeah, sure.
Not as autistic as the other two.
So that's how I feel about Augie. You want to A-log the lower guy.
He's probably still salty about the Willie Mack thing and thinks you're a rat for calling him out. Even that was just so ridiculously overblown. I saw Willie Mack was getting upset at people for sharing his docs, despite Destiny doing the same thing, and I was like, what is this about? That's it.
I need Destiny to sit down with commentary community and explain politics.
Thanks, dude. Thanks for the $3.
On the totem pole, you feel free. But that seems like the judgment of somebody who doesn't want to grow.
Unironically, what Tommy C's take here is that criticism is snaking people. Right? You criticize Willie, you're a snake.
It's just fake. It's all fake. No one's fucking real. No one.
Yeah, exactly. And heard it from somebody else, which is what I'm used to. I'm used to you hearing and regurgitating and following other people. You know, I mean, he was 15 when he said that, but when the whole thing with Kraut and T came out.
Okay, I was Tommy, just stop right there. You're about to criticize me for something I said when I was 15. Don't you realize when you have to preempt whatever you're about to say about me that it's just over? 15. Dude, I'm about to turn 25, bro. I'm about to turn 25 and you're crying about something I did when I was 15 and you're a 50-year-old man. How are we still so stuck in the fucking past, bro? How?
I mean, he was 15 when he said that, but when the whole thing with Kraut and T came out and that he may have a doxing server, I literally got a say it ain't so message from him.
So apparently I sent him a snarky DM where I was like, oh, turns out your buddy is a doxer, which I don't think I would have said that at 15. There's no way. Trust me, I know what I was like at 15, dude. There's no way I was like trying to fucking big dog Tommy C and be like, haha, guess you got fucked, faggot. It's like, there's no way I was talking like that. What I do remember, and this is very foggy memory, but what I do remember doing was I DM'd Tommy C or I tweeted to him or whatever, and I asked him, hey, were you involved in this doxing server? I probably just asked him for information about it, and he got defensive because Medicare was raping his ass at the time.
I was like, no, first of all, nobody's named me, and I didn't dox anybody.
But there was a screenshot of him in a server, and I was just asking him, were you involved in a doxing server? That's it.
But why are you friends with that guy, Kraut? Kraut was the bad guy at that point, which he recovered from.
So I asked him questions, and he fucking freaked the fuck out. Why would he even answer my DM, honestly? He should fucking, like, what the fuck?
I was like, I don't know any. I'm going to throw somebody on the bus because...
He thought that I was trying to, like, gay op him, so I would send the DMs to Ethan Ralph at the time. He thought, like, a 15-year-old was trying to trick him into saying a contradictory statement so that I could send it to Ethan Ralph and Medicare. And he still thinks about this to this day. He still thinks about this to this day.
It's just, it's political.
By the way, the more that I think about this, the more that I think there's no way I was 15. I must have been 17 or something. 16 maybe. Because this was back in, 2018? I would have been 17, dude.
Convenient for me. That's not who I am. And I've never done that. I've always stuck it out, regardless how bad it is. Well, that ends today.
Tommy C's aging you down? That is true. That is weird. It's so funny, too, because he just makes himself sound more stupid by aging me lower than what I actually was. I was in an argument the other day with this 10-year-old and... What? Yo, Luna Lizzie with the gifted sub. Thank you very much. Yeah. The other day I was in an argument with a 10-year-old. I mean a 15-year-old. Why'd you... What?
I don't really want to. I'd rather hang out with guys in their 30s and stuff.
I'm done with 20-year-olds. I'd rather hang out with guys in their 30s. Okay.
I don't think it's that unreasonable. So, do your worst, dog. But I got to be honest with you. I'm not the one that got scared away from Salvo.
Oh!
And did you? I'm not. I don't know. Chat can remind me. Did he say that?
Fucking, he should have hit the bomb sound effect after saying that.
Willie was a liar for that. Was in one of his response video that really only Spicy
Dude, how long do you think he was waiting to pull that one out?
I watched. And his fans of Spicy Chats watched that. He did?
Aiden dog walks Augie? What is this? Yeah, if I was a fucking, what is even the allegation? Is this even a real YouTube link you sent me? What is this? I'll play this later. Dude, if I was a follower of Spicy Chat, Aiden would be running my show. Could you imagine how fucking bad that would be?
You have to understand, Augie, that Tommy C is holding you to account in the same way that he holds his news team to account. He doesn't care if you were 15 because his employees are also 15.
I don't think that's true, dude. Come on now. Tommy C's news team.
That means Nick's a liar too. Because everybody, I knew this, and this is something that happened. Like he had other things going on. That's true, but I knew it broke him, and this is not what Nick told me.
So now he's saying that Nick talked about this. He's speaking for Nick, trying to put in a wedge between me and Nick. He is so obsessed with ending my friendship with Nicholas Dioro. Ironically, this is another point where Thomas C and Spicy Chat are linked together. Both of them want me to end my relationship with Nick Dioro. It's crazy.
This, and a lot of other people told me this.
Nick told me, oh, he's a bish.
At the time, and it wasn't like, oh, you're a pussy, get off. It was like, oh shit, I got empathy for you. That guy was really awful. Salvo was fucking awful. But yeah, Salvo, you did chase him off the internet. That's a fact.
It's a fact.
That's a fact. Or Nick Dioro is a liar. And everybody else I heard that pretty much knew that was the case. It's not like a major revolution, but you have to wonder if he was if he had experienced that sort of bullying or whatever you want to call it, why was he so hard on Willie, a guy that never done a thing to him?
It's almost like he completely misunderstands why I even talked about Salvo to Willie in the first place, which is because Willie was crying to me about how ass mad he was at the internet. He talks about empathy, right? The only reason why I even talked about that was to be empathetic to Willie. Was to be like, hey man, I get it. Been there. Whatever, right?
I know, because that's what...
And then apparently if you are empathetic with these guys, they snake you by leaking it on their YouTube videos and misrepresenting what was actually being said and lying about the whole situation. Because that's the type of people these are. As much as he wants to say that I'm the fucking snake, these people are the fucking snakes, dude. It's so obvious.
What the authority figure wants. This time it was a group. It was Queenman. And I mean, after not seeing what they did to... Hey, I know.
Everyone is bitching in DMs. It's gotta stop, man. It's really gotta fucking stop. Talk to Grok, dude. If you're fucking mad, here's my new advice to the commentary community. Just Grok it. Okay? Talk to Grok about your problems. Tell Grok that Queenman is about to run you off the internet.
That Aiden's a moron. I'm well aware of Aiden being a moron, right? But you saw what they did to him, right? Went in his computer, met him in London, told everybody he was a fucking loser. That's what I said these people were. I mean, like, I'm sorry, Augie. Got like 30 years on you. I know what bad people are like.
Tommy C predicted that Purple Perry would go on to Aiden's. It's so funny to me, too. I remember Aiden told me a month in advance before he met with Perry, right? Aiden was like, dude, I'm flying to Malta soon. And I'm like, why? He's like, dude, I'm going to go meet with this guy, this Purple Perry guy. And I'm just like, who is he? And Aiden's like, dude, he's this like crazy fucking troll and stuff like that. And I'm just like, sounds like he's probably going to completely rape you, dude. You probably shouldn't go meet with a fucking troll. Why would you do that? And then, sure enough, that's exactly what happened. But Tommy C will tell you that I'm just such an idiot that I can't tell what's going on in the internet. I literally warned Aiden ahead of time. I was like, if you're meeting with this guy, he's probably going to fuck you over. That seems like what his entire deal is. And then that's exactly what happened. So Tommy C is going to tell you that I'm an idiot who has no idea. I warned Aiden. What are you talking about?
They're adults. And I said, I think it is. I think, you'd love to use the word cope and whatever, young person saying is quality. But I mean, honestly, I think you going to them and acting like a big blowhard, saying you're going to A-log the lower guy.
Why? What is the evidence that I'm going to Spicy Chat? This is just so stupid, man. Why do these people think that I'm in bed with these people? I don't agree with everything they say. I don't agree with their politics. I don't watch their streams all the time. I don't hang out with them. Ever. I don't DM with them or whatever the fuck. I guess occasionally JSTLK will send me a DM, ask me a question or whatever. Once every few months, if that, I'll go onto a show to talk about something if there's something going on that's interesting. Every now and again, I guess I'll DM Queenman and ask him if he has a link to something. If I'm looking for like evidence or research for a stream, I might, and I know Queenman has something, I'll DM him, I guess, be like, hey, do you have a link to this or whatever? That's pretty much it, dude. Is that all it takes to be associated? Oh, and then I guess, yeah, I also agreed with their criticism of Willie Mack, but it wasn't even their criticism. My criticism against Willie Mack came from my own mind. It was based off of me opening my phone, reading Twitter, seeing what he was saying, and coming to my own conclusion. It wasn't even because I watched a Queenman stream and I just grabbed his talking point and reiterated it on my own show. That came from my own mind. What are we talking about?
Is you coping. I'm right. You're not that bright at some level, and you're a regurgitator and a follower. You've been very, very lucky. You're the Forrest Gump of the YouTube commentary community.
Dude, this guy talking about luck is insane. His whole story is about luck, bro. Faded Podcast was literally Keemstar choosing a homeless retard to be the third mic. Then it became a bigger show than Joe Rogan at one point, if you can believe that. And Tommy C got a career off of that single-handedly. That is like the literal definition, and he's an idiot. It's like he did nothing on the Baited Podcast. He laughed. That's it. He cut in like once or twice. And somehow that was enough for him to be given a 10-year-long career. Although I hesitate to even call it a career. This guy makes like $500 a month on YouTube. If that. Is that even really a career?
Things just kind of broke.
He makes like a quarter of what you'd make working at McDonald's.
Your way. Because you were
part-time.
Generally pleasant. And not severely autistic or weird like Tipster and Bobax and Flamenco. And with Doc on the radio. These are your friends. I said John Swan was a fucking weirdo. I was unhinged. I said Ackman. I said Ackman was unhinged. You said I was unhinged. I said Mama Max was unhinged. You and Bobax had a ball at my expense when he made a video on me, basically calling me a pedophile.
What is this talking point? So apparently Mama Max made a video calling Tommy C a pedophile and me and Bobax jumped up and celebrated? When did this happen? Did this happen? I don't fucking know. Did that happen? I don't remember shit about that. I feel like that would have been like a canon event. And honestly, if that did happen, why didn't you cut ties with me back then? because he came on RFC Mania last year. If we celebrated Mama Max calling you a pedophile, wouldn't that have been, okay, that's it, fuck these guys? How come you didn't explode? Like, what?
You had an absolute ball at my expense.
Were you even around when that happened? I don't know. I don't remember. I literally have no recollection of this.
You know? And then this guy, Chud, which I tried to warn you during your, I don't know, the frat boy stream you did with Connor. Tried to tell you, but you weren't hearing it. You weren't having it. So, whatever. Make it your thing.
Yeah, guess what? You know why I wasn't having it, Tommy? Because I'm not a follower, dude. I have my own opinions on things. I think for myself, right? You're criticizing me for not being a follower, but you're just mad that I'm not following you. And why should I? You're a faggot. You're like just an old drunk retard. Why would I listen to you?
You know, there's no politics.
Augie doesn't respect my authority. Why would I respect your authority? Out of all of the adults or the older people in my life or the authority figures in my life, why would Tommy C be among them? You know, like when I think of like authority figures in my life, I think of God, my parents, anyone that's teaching me or training me in something, right? Why would Tommy C be among these authority figures that I just have to look up to and worship and respect? Because he was unbaited 10 years ago. What the fuck is he talking about, dude?
Takes to play anymore because the commentary community.
And make no mistake, that's what this whole video is about. This whole video is him angry that I don't respect him or worship him.
You know?
I always have the right take. His argument is so ego-driven. It's like, I always have the right take, the right diagnosis, the right prescription. I always know what's going on. It's because I'm older. It's because I was in the military. I was in the military. I served in Iraq. I know how the world fucking works. I understand it all. I get it. Listen to me. And if I say, no, actually, I think you're an idiot. Actually, Tommy, I think that this take is dumb as fuck. I didn't even say that. I just didn't listen. I didn't even insult him or anything. I was just like, nah, I'm good on that. I disagree. I have a different take. He loses his mind.
There's no politics to play anymore because the commentary community is gone. I don't have to like watch what I say about you, and you don't have to do the same. Yeah, I think Augie's a bit of a snake. I think it's just like
how? How am I? What did I do, bro?
Just a YouTuber syndrome. He does what he does first, and I think all of us do that to some extent. But I think Augie sees the value of a human being, or what they know, or their knowledge, or their background, based on YouTube.
What?
I accused him that when he's 15. I think he's still emotionally 15. I don't really see all that much. He hasn't grown that much, that's for sure.
I'm emotionally 15.
I mean, do you ever see him in a mosh pit?
Okay. All right, that's a joke.
That's a low blow. You know, he is a 5'0" guy, 5'5" guy that got fooled by Nick Fuentes.
What? A 5'5" guy, nothing that got fooled by Nick Fuentes. Into doing what? Fooled into doing what? What did I get fooled by?
Genius. That, I don't know, sees himself as a corrector of sexual deviance.
A corrector of sexual deviance? What? He's a 5'5" nothing guy who gets knocked out in a mosh pit, who got fooled by Nick Fuentes, who sees himself as a corrector of sexual deviance. Am I watching the same video? For a lot of this, he was at least saying stuff that I could engage with and respond to. Now we're at the part of the video where once again it's just drifted off into like just, okay. This is just lol cow dumb. Put that in your Twitter bio. Yeah, well, I was going to sell a t-shirt actually based off of this stream. I was going to sell a t-shirt that says homeschooled retard on it. I thought that'd be a good one to wear.
Is that what his thing is? Like, Willie got Destiny, not you.
Willie got Destiny, not you, bitch. Okay.
No matter how much you hate him. And I'm gonna be honest with you, those guys.
No matter how much you hate Destiny, Willie's the one that got him.
Guys Dickers and.
By the way, why is the outro music playing when the video still has 3 more minutes left? It's throwing me off because I keep thinking he's about to end, but we still got 3 more minutes. Like, what the fuck is that?
JSTLK and Queenman, they're not that good at this. And I think you know that now.
Now I know that, but I'm still running with... Why would I know that now? But I'm still running with them. So I know insane leaks are about to come out against them. I know they're not that good anymore. But I'm still running towards them.
Oh, yeah, and I'm talking to you directly.
Oh, isn't this... Wait. Okay, Augie, I'm talking to you directly now. 34 minutes in. I'm pretty sure this whole video has been you talking to me directly, bro. Atlantis Pup with the gifted sub. Thank you.
Because you haven't streamed yet, because it's not all in yet. And you're waiting for it.
Okay, so I was 4 weeks late to streaming after the Tom video came out. Where are the leaks? Where are the leaks that I was terrified to stream knowing that they would come out? Where are they? What were they? What were the leaks that I'm terrified of that were about to happen? Yo, Atlantis Pup with the gift. Thank you very much. Because Thomas E is right. I was terrified to stream for 4 weeks. Well, now, here I am. Second stream this week. What are the leaks? Where are the leaks? Was he just saying shit?
Take that how you want to take that. And I get why you're not streaming.
You get why I'm not streaming?
Tommy's ex divorced him because he kept saying she's mentally 15 and he finds it hot. Go ahead, disavow because you're a pussy. You know it's true.
Good one, dude. Good one. Thank you for the $3. Tommy C's gonna flip the fuck out reading that, by the way. Augie's donators are calling me a pedo and he doesn't even disavow them. Why? Oh my god, dude. This is crazy. This video just went into just lolcow land.
Take that how you want to take that. And I get why you're not streaming.
Hey, Tommy, has it ever occurred to you that I have a life outside of streaming? Has it ever occurred to you that maybe in the last 3 or 4 years, my life hasn't just consisted of me just sitting in my room jerking off for 24 hours a day? Maybe I do other shit? Like, what the fuck?
But I don't know why you're running into the arms of people.
What do you think? I'm just paying the bills just by fucking stroking my dick? What are you talking about?
That wanted the worst for you.
I know that's what you do, but I can't live like that, Tommy. I don't have a fucking wife that wipes my ass for me, okay? Sorry, low blow.
They play good cop, bad cop. JSTLK's a good cop. They have the same fucking goals. You know what? I'll end it here. I'm not going to waste my breath. You're impossible to teach. There you go.
You're impossible to teach.
Eating disorders, being into age.
Is this Shadow the Hedgehog music playing in the background?
Play, along with a litany of other complete.
Does anybody else want to correct me or say challenge me or whatever? Anybody?
No, I was just waiting for this rant to be over.
Oh, BTFO'd by Verse. He doesn't give a shit. Verse knows you're retarded, dude. I'm going to speak for Verse and just say he knows that everything you just said in the last 30 minutes was fucking stupid, and he would rather have no part in that.
Go ahead. Oh, you just want to go into the regular shit?
Yeah, no, I don't care about the commentary community at all.
Imagine going off for 30 minutes, letting it all out, and your co-host is just sitting there just cringing, just like, okay, shut the fuck up. Let's talk about the news.
Dead.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, who cares? Literally who? Literally who?
Completely baseless, false accusations. The 2 women who are accusing me,
and he just sits there and takes it.
Sacramento 89, real name Rowan, and Left 4 Dead, real name Katie, took.
Nah, he denied the allegations. Be fucking not a fucking big secret. Let's get into chat, shall we? Let's.
Tommy deserves the hate that he gets. He needs to stop coping that he was in the military and go outside finally. Tommy is everyone's charity pet that they take care of while Tommy embarrasses himself. Get a job, old man.
Get a job. So true, dude. Okay, there was another, that's actually not the entire Tommy C segment. There was like more stuff that he did. Let me find, this is kind of funnier, honestly. Let me see it here. Oh, thank you for the sub, Mercury Toad. Appreciate that. All right. Was it here? Oh yeah, I'm pulling it up right now.
I was just gonna say, it's like, why is Augie?
Okay, here we go. This is another clip of Thomas C. losing his mind about me.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say, it's like, why is Augie being such a retard? I just don't get it. I mean, come on.
I don't know. He's always been this way. He's never not been this way. He always doubts every. He treats absolutely everybody with suspicion, right? Because he doesn't understand anything, and only trusts those he admires.
He treats everybody with suspicion and only trusts those that he admires. Isn't that what everyone's supposed to do? Like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Correct. Although I don't think that's very unique to me. I think that's how everybody acts. Generally, you are supposed to treat everybody with suspicion, but trust the people that you admire. Right?
And I'm not like, and we're not saying he doesn't admire people that are academic geniuses. You know, he admires people that are YouTubers.
Oh my God, this is such a stupid take, dude. He doesn't admire academic geniuses. Tommy, please name 5 academic geniuses that you admire right now. Who are the academic geniuses that you are constantly reading about and reading their material of, educating yourself with? Like, who are these people, dude? He only admires YouTuber, not studied geniuses. Oh, wow. Just blowing my mind over here.
Yeah. And then for you know, I thought he was over this. I thought this is something he put behind him and it was just a teenage thing. It's clearly not, right? For a better part of 6 years. And because I got news for you. Yeah, he built that after hour show, and so did Bobax. But you know who really was the rock behind that? Nicholas Dioro.
Tommy C saying this, by the way. Tommy C saying this, by the way.
Yes.
Nick's not giving advice no more. So he got wrapped. He's very easy to influence, and he got involved with the wrong guys. And then one of those guys tried to screw him.
I love how he's talking as if I'm in the current process of getting raped. Like, he's acting like things are going bad for me right now. Like, you know, they're going after me. My channel's going down. They're smearing me as a fucking evil rapist or whatever the fuck. He's acting like I made my bed and now I'm just getting destroyed or something like that. Meanwhile, nothing's happening. I'm making more money than ever actually streaming on Kick, although that has nothing to do with, you know, the content or anything like that. It's just, everything's the same. The same audience is here. The same people in my chat. You know, it's just the exact same as everything else. And he's acting like he made his bed with the wrong people and now it's over. Is it? To me, it's just a Friday.
And he got involved with the wrong guys. And then one of those guys tried to screw him. And now he's like, fuck you guys. I gave Turkey Tom a chance. I've been down the road, man.
Wait, who was the guy that tried to screw me?
But if you would have told him, you know what?
It's like he just invents things that are happening. It's like he thinks that I am currently in some sort of giant scandal and I'm getting fucked over by all the people that I made my bed with. What is he talking about? None of this is happening.
If he comes up, but if you would have told him, you know what? If he comes up with the wrong people, like if he wasn't involved in Nick Dioro stuff or Zaptai stuff or anything I think he would have thrown Tom under the bus. Just depends on who was around. It just depends on who was around him. You know.
Yeah, I gotta dip out, Tommy.
All right, see you later. I'm already ended anyway. I don't want to fix this fucking thing. This is really pissing me off.
Yeah, it's like I mean, that is like a really bad idea to idolize YouTubers in general. I mean, come on, don't meet your heroes. Otherwise, you don't know how much.
Except for Tommy.
Oh, well, yeah, Tommy's okay. Yeah.
YouTubers are trash. I don't even want to. You can think I'm trash too. I don't care.
Wow.
You know, and whatever.
Well, you're such a grumpy old man. YouTubers are fucking shit, man. Everyone around me's a fucking snake. Ugh. The internet sucks, man. Everything sucks. My life is shit. What is with all of the negativity? Lighten up. This should be a fun gig. If your job... Oh, thank you, Atlantis Pup, for the gift. Appreciate that. If your job is talking shit on the internet, you should be happy 24/7. You should be enjoying it because it sure beats anything else that could be your job, right? It's a pretty nice, easy gig. So if you're on stream every day sounding this fucking miserable and depressed, you've got to find a new source of happiness in your life. Like, what the fuck? You've got all these arcade machines around you, all these lights and games around you. You have the easiest job in the fucking world. You have a family. And yet you're this fucking miserable every day talking about how shit your life is and how shit everybody around you is. Why? Get over it. Have a drink.
You're worse.
First of all, here's the thing. I don't think Augie's trash. I don't think he's a trash person.
Oh, thanks.
I think he's just a YouTuber.
Oh, the classic line.
Very dumb one.
I never thought Augie was particularly bright. He never struck me as a strong mind.
He never struck me as a strong mind.
No.
He struck me as a nice.
Yo, let's go. Let's fucking go. Too much soup with the 5 gifts. We appreciate that. Yeah, Augie's barely a YouTuber. Yeah, facts though. Facts. He's just a YouTuber. Really? I just uploaded my first video yesterday. My last video before that was uploaded 167 days ago. Some YouTuber I am, dude.
Nice kid that means well that knows.
Let's hear it.
Mind.
No.
He strung me as a nice kid that means well that knows absolutely nothing about the world.
I know nothing about the world. Dude, this guy used to glaze me specifically for how smart I am. Can you believe that? I remember there was this one time I talked to Tommy while I was off the internet, right? And this was in the middle of me building Paint Guy, and I was getting like millions of views on every video that I was making. And I was hanging out with Connor, and Connor had to call Tommy C because at the time, Tommy C was his boss when Connor was editing for LolCount. Not really his boss, but like his manager, right? And so Connor had to call Tommy C, and briefly I spoke to Tommy C on the phone, and I was like, hey man, what's going on? I was telling him about what I was doing, right? And he just kept going on and on and on about how smart I am, and you sure know a lot more than me, kid. Like he was talking like that and stuff like that. He was like, damn, you're really good at this shit. And I was basically explaining to him, I was like, yeah, dude, like, fuck commentary. I'm making way more money doing this, blah, 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 blah. Tommy C is like, well, you sure know a lot more than I do. And now he's going to go on and talk about how stupid I am and how I never struck him as a bright mind and stuff like that. It's just whatever matters in the moment, right? If he doesn't like me, I'm a fucking idiot. If he does like me, I'm a genius compared to him, and he'll always be a stupid retard in comparison to me. He'll glaze you and almost throw himself into the fire to glaze you. He always does like this self-deprecating glazing where he'll be like, wow, man, I'm just a piece of shit compared to you. I'm just some New Jersey scumbag compared to you. You're great. It's like, okay, you don't need to say that about yourself, bro. Then when he hates you, it's the other way around. He's a genius intellectual who studies intellectual giants while you study YouTubers because you're dumb. It's the same exact playbook every single time.
Yeah.
That's who he is. And the thing is, the only reason I don't want to have anything to do with him, I got sick of being told that I'm wrong about everything.
Dude, this is such pussy shit. I'll be talking to my friends. We vehemently disagree on everything. Could you imagine if I had cut off my IRL friends because I was like, I'm done talking to you guys because you guys don't think I'm right about everything? Okay.
By him.
Yeah.
Who has really bad judgment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I swear to God, Nick doesn't come along, he'd have thrown Tom under the bus. You know why I know that? Because he was all about fucking blood sports, and they were doing the same kind of shit back in 2018.
He was all about blood sports.
The allegation.
Whatever the fuck that means.
It was the evidence, and he was all about that. I mean, and I got to be honest with you, somebody who went and met up with anybody that goes up and meets, and I hope he was a teenager at the time, with Nick fucking Fuentes. Yes, there's photographs out there with him and Nick Fuentes. I got to be honest with you.
Sounding a little bit like a member of the ADL here, Tommy. There's photographs of him with Nick Fuentes. Are you trying to get me in trouble here? What the fuck? I'm just kidding. Why am I dumbass for that? Why am I dumbass for meeting somebody on the internet? He invited me to his fucking speech. It was in Dallas. I was like, okay, sure. I fucking went. We got dinner afterwards. Why am I don't understand like what the dumb move there is. I meet up with everybody.
You got a question.
You get 10,000 likes if you repost those photos. I don't have photos of me with Nick Fuentes. So, no.
A lot of things. Intelligence may be the first one, but there might be other things to question still.
Oh,
you know? It's not a secret. Everybody knows, you know?
Yeah.
He was an adult then? Yeah, exactly. I mean, how much, how can you not look at Nick Fuentes and say, that's a gay man trying to get in guys' pants by telling him a bunch of, a thing about how great it is to be white? Like, he would never pick that up.
So is Tommy C implying that I met with Nick Fuentes because he's a gay man? And I'm also gay? Is that what he's saying?
You know, he would never, would never cross his mind. Ever. That's why he doesn't understand why you lost the Willie thing. He doesn't even understand why.
Again with the losing the Willie thing.
He doesn't get it at all. He's like, what the fuck? I had all my T's crossed and I's dotted.
You went on candlelit dinner? No, you fucking retards. Jaden McNeil was there too. I met Nick Fuentes and Jaden McNeil. And there was some other guy there too.
No, you didn't. You listened to Spicy Chat and they were wrong.
Yeah.
Shit doesn't fly outside of Spicy Chat Land and Chud Logic Show. Like that. People look at what you said and you kind of looked like a backstabber.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, it just kind of, and even Willie Mack even saw that it was like, you should have understood Willie Mack's position. I mean, I'm not going to say what it is, but you know what I mean. But yeah, it's like, come on, you got to think. And then maybe I would say, you know what, if you got like a couple of the guys right on the spot, you know what, I probably should listen to you.
He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. Well, how can you listen to me when you've been telling everybody I was stupid right up until the point I found out I was right?
So here he just says it out loud. He just says the entire thing out loud. He won't listen to me. For some reason, Tommy C gets frustrated when you don't listen to him directly and take his word as gospel. I mean, that's obviously the take here. He got mad because when he called in and talked to me about the finders, he was mad I didn't listen to him back then. Anytime he has a position that he feels that he has the ultimate perfect level of authority on, and you don't agree or you just don't listen to it, or you're just like, okay, Tommy, interesting take, whatever. He gets frustrated and angry. He gets angry when you don't take him seriously on anything. But he's going to tell me how to be a real man. Okay.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
So it makes you look stupid after a while. Wow, Tommy's really unhinged this time. You know how many times I heard that on fucking RFC over the years? Oh, wow, I wouldn't say that. And you know...
Get over it. Do you know how many times they told me on RFC that my opinion doesn't matter? Nobody's ever told you that, first of all. But second of all, get over it. A bunch of kids don't think that you're a wise old man? Is your ego like suffering so badly that you need that? You need validation from fucking teenagers? Why? That's fucking weird. Why do you need your ego stroked so hard constantly by kids? I'm not trying to make it like a weird thing or whatever, right? I'm just saying. Who gives a fuck?
What?
I can't imagine caring about this shit if I was fucking 40 or 50.
He had a problem with what I said because it wasn't what everybody else was saying. That's when he's called me on.
Okay, yeah, I'm not trying to word that in a way where it's like I'm applying anything sexual there. Obviously, I'm just saying it's like literally that is the case, right? He needs his ego stroked by a bunch of fucking teenagers or kids or fucking 20-year-olds or whatever the fuck, right? He needs them to think that he is just this wise old sage And if that's not really what his point is, then he's doing a horrible job expressing it.
Hinge is when I went against the popular narrative. So whatever. I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad.
Hold on. What was that last thing?
When he's called me unhinged is when I went against the popular narrative. So whatever. I'm glad. You know what?
Isn't that kind of what I did with the whole Willie thing? Is I went after the popular narrative, right?
I'm glad Chud's gone, and I'm glad he's out of my life totally. And he was pretty much as it was anyway. But now I don't have to pretend to be nice to him. You know?
Wow, you were pretending to be nice to me on RFC Mania? Interesting.
I was really happy. I thought he beat.
But I'm the snake. I'm the snake. But Tommy just admitted that this whole time he was pretending to be nice to me. But these guys, Tom and Willie, they're the fucking truth tellers. They just say it how it is. They're the perfectly honest people here as they admit their lies to you boldly in the same rant. It's unbelievable.
Eat it in the summer, and then I realized during the summer he is just the same idiot. He's emotionally 15 years old, and that's not going to change. So,
just like Aiden.
Whatever. Yeah, just like Aiden. Like you would think forget me for a second. Okay, the boomer that doesn't know, like I'm sure he looks at me as somebody. He's an old guy. I know more about the internet than him. Okay, fine, I get that to a certain extent. What about Aiden? He just got fucked hard by these people. You've been told these are bad people.
And I covered that. Wait, what?
What's the matter? Chud, shame on you. I knew what you were doing. Chud's like, yeah, maybe a little bit, but not.
Also, what did they really do to him? Other than, I mean, I'm sure Aiden says that a lot of dishonest coverage was happening. I mean, that's up to Aiden to like fucking talk about. I covered the Aiden story myself. I don't care. Here's another thing too. I don't give a fuck what other people's opinions are on other people. Maybe they covered Aiden, they smeared him, they lied about him, blah, blah, blah. Well, then Aiden can talk to me about it or whatever, right? Otherwise, it's none of my business. I don't care.
Not quite that. No. He tried to fuck you and your friends. And some of his friends convinced you that Willie was a bad guy. Great job. And now you're writing stuff like this. I mean, listen to this. I've been around way long enough to know.
Oh my God, he got so ass mad at this fucking statement I made. Ha! This wasn't even directed at him. This statement had nothing to do with him, and yet for some reason he got so fucking furious. Here, let me switch screens here.
90% of the allegations are bullshit.
Dude, this is crazy, bro.
The YouTube commentator cries snakes as they bite you in the neck. Why is it that people like Tommy and Nick want to call out people for being snakes when those two made a career of being rat fuck snakes?
No, Nick is not a snake. Nick is my friend, dude. It's my friend.
Yeah. Scorned.
Thank you for the five.
Or is trying to do. Yeah, well, he's right about.
Look, Nick, that's not even a sweep. It's not even a sweep. Nick has been nothing but good to me in my dealings with him. I can't. People always want to say, oh, why don't you call Nick a snake? Because he's never snaked me. Nick has always been honest and good to me.
Not everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is called, he's been around. This is called life experience and judgment. He's been around the internet enough to know this is bullshit. Right? But I mean, God forbid anybody's lived a day longer than him outside a homeschooled family, indoctrinated by God knows what fucking Catholic bullshit.
Whoa, with the personal attacks. What the fuck? Wow. My family indoctrinated me with Catholic bullshit, apparently. But he's going to get mad at personal attacks that are made about him, right? Remember that whole thing with him in Spicy Chat? Very curious. Very, very interesting.
Nick pretended to be friends with Chud but was talking behind his back at VidCon.
Bro, everybody talks shit, dude. Just because Nick was talking shit about Chud, privately, by the way. If anyone's the snake, it's Aiden for fucking leaking that, right? People vent about other people. I still believe, based on my conversations, I was actually thinking about this earlier, right? Based on my conversations with Nick, not that I'm gonna leak anything or anything, obviously, But based on my conversations with Nick, I never got the impression that he wanted to burn the bridge with Chud, including recently. You know? Like, it always seemed like Nick was open to talking to him again, or wanted to talk to him again, or wanted to fix things or whatever. And you saw that in the DMs, to be fair. He did want to talk with Chud and sort things out and stuff like that, right? So, just based on my own, like, conversations with Nick, I never got the impression that Nick was like, ice this guy. He was definitely mad and frustrated, of course. We all know that. But, like, it seemed like he was always down to try to fix shit up until, you know, of course, the Turkey Tom thing. But yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Watching people figure out this lesson for the 50th time. Yeah, you're the genius. First time it ever happened has been ridiculously funny to watch.
Oh, yeah. And it's just
I tell you what, if fucking let's say he goes against Tom, if for some reason Queenman got the allegations that Dioro swept to stick last January, I think Augie's on the other side.
Dude, that's crazy. Oh my god, bro. This guy just needs to be fucking just... Somebody needs to take that stream key and just delete it, dude. Somebody needs to take Tommy C's stream key and just yoink that shit from him. Sorry, bro, you can't stream anymore. You're just too lost. Luna Lizzie with the gifted sub to Tommy C's cat. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's fucking go. And we smashed our goal, by the way. Our fucking 100 sub goal. Technically, we're at 102 subs, but the goal on Kick was a little behind. We did it, though. Let's fucking go. Thank you guys so much. 100 subs on fucking Kick, dude. Kick is just the best website, dude. Kick is just the best website. I don't even care if views are down. It's better. I like the look of it. I like the fucking chat, the features and whatever. And honestly, I'd rather have like just the core fucking niggas here. You know, just the core people, the people that really care to tune in are coming over to Kick, right? It's a more dedicated audience. It's fucking based. All right, let's get back into this fucking cancer.
Queenman got the allegations that Dioro swept to stick.
Okay, so if Queenman, who didn't even make the sweeping allegations, it was Chud Logic, but I guess Tommy C's alcoholic brain already forgot who was even making the argument. If Queenman got... Let's think about this for a second. Let's actually engage in this thought experiment. If Queenman got the allegations that Nick Dioro was a sweeper to stick, I would have jumped on that. The allegations stuck, bro. The allegations stuck. I was getting called a sweeper. Nick was getting called a sweeper. Not even really by Spicy Chat. Again, I don't know why Tommy C is so mind-raping and obsessed with Queenman and Spicy Chat when they have nothing to fucking do with this entire drama. But we were certainly getting called sweepers. We still do get called sweepers all the fucking time. The allegations have stuck. Do you see me turning on Nick? Do you see me saying, well, I'm going to jump ship? That doesn't even make any sense. I'm part of the allegations, first of all, right? But let's just say for the sake of the thought experiment that it was only Nick that was getting accused of this shit, right? What, do you think I would just jump on there and go on my stream and be like, he's a sweeper? No, I wouldn't do that. You know why? Because I genuinely do not believe that. I only tell you guys what I believe, what I actually think. So Tom is going to tell you that I would say anything about Nick based on what the optics are. No. Dude, I go on JSTLK's stream, I defend Nick, and the chat hates me. They think I'm a pussy. They think that I'm just, you know, the fence is up my ass. I think that I'm a complete bitch, blah, 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 blah. I say shit that makes that chat fucking despise me, dude. I don't give a fuck. It's how I really feel. It's how I really think. I'm speaking based on my own experiences, my own intel, my own opinion, right? I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't care what that chat thinks about me. I certainly don't care what the fucking shithole commentary community thinks about me. I really just try to tell you guys what's on my mind, what I'm thinking. Because if I don't tell you guys what I'm actually thinking, I get nervous. I get anxious. Okay? I get anxious that you guys are going to see, what? This guy's full of shit. Right? And I don't like feeling that way. That's honestly why. It's not even like a moral thing. I just don't like the feeling that I feel when I am not speaking my mind.
last January. I think Augie's on the other side. There's my. I can't prove it, but that's the way I think it would go.
Yeah. Boy.
That was the effort. I remember JSTLK and goddamn Queenman trying to get those allegations to stick that they didn't do anything.
Yeah. And I saw that.
And you got to wonder why they were. You got to wonder. Chud told them about the allegations of Destiny. You got to wonder why he did. Maybe that was the plan all along. Is that such a harebrained conspiracy theory? I don't know.
All right, somebody in chat's got to decipher this one. I don't know what he's doing.
He didn't wait 12 hours to try to stick Tom to fucking Nick.
No, he didn't.
Try to call it a big sweep. Try to make him look like he's like the picture of honesty.
Yeah.
The picture of Chud logic. The picture of integrity. The face of integrity.
Okay, there's no conspiracy here, dude. There's no fucking conspiracy. Chud logic came out onto his stream and called us fucking sweepers so that he looked like he'd have the biggest dick in the room, right? He was the first to cover it, and he was like, oh, here I am covering it. Let's see who doesn't cover this. Ooh, they might sweep it because they're pussies. Obviously, he was just trying to fucking flex, right? I don't think there's any sort of conspiracy. It was just Chud being obnoxious, right? And that's, of course, what spawned my debate with him and stuff like that, and also the debate into the the Tea Party chat. I don't think there was any sort of move here or something, some strategy being played. I think Chud just wanted to be an ass, honestly, which I'm fine with. That's what he is. That's what he does. And that's why I fucking argued with him. Now, I don't take it seriously beyond that. I don't see Chud call me a sweeper and I cut him off, right? You know, obviously Nick has his reasons to cut him off. I don't. I just engaged with it, played along with the content. I saw he's creating content, so fuck it. Let's make some content. And that's what spawned our debate. That's it. And then we move on.
When I think of integral YouTubers, I think of Chud logic. Yeah, good job. Yeah, he's a...
Tommy isn't talking about the Tom sweeping allegations. He's referring to the Destiny leaks in Jan. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta listen to this again then.
I told them I can't prove it, but that's the way I was what fucking Catholic bullshit.
Catholic bullshit.
Yeah.
Again, another point that Tommy C and Spicy Chat agree with, dude, is that I'm a fucking retarded religious person.
I know.
I could be the unifier. I could be the bridge creator, okay? They agree. My harebrained conspiracy is they're part of horseshoe theory, okay? They're just on different sides of it.
Watching people figure out this lesson for the 50th time. Yeah, you're the genius. First time it ever happened has been ridiculously funny to watch.
Oh, yeah. And it's just
I tell you what, if fucking, let's say he goes against Tom if for some reason Queenman got the allegations that Dioro swept to stick last January. I think Augie's on the other side. There's my. I can't prove it, but that's the way I think it would go.
Yeah. Boy.
That was the effort. I remember JSTLK and goddamn Queenman trying to get those allegations to stick that they didn't do anything.
Yeah. And I saw that.
And you got to wonder why they were. You got to wonder. Chud told them about the allegations of Destiny. You got to wonder why he did. Maybe that was the plan all along.
Oh, he's saying that Chud told us about the Pixie stuff so that we would have compromised information, and then he would go on stream and make us look stupid. Okay.
Is that such a harebrained conspiracy theory? I don't know. He didn't wait 12 hours to try to stick Tom to fucking Nick.
No, he didn't.
Try to call it a big sweep. Try to make him look like he's like...
So Chud telling Nick behind the scenes, hey, I just heard this crazy shit about Destiny, blah, 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 blah. Apparently that was Chud setting Nick up with sensitive information that then if Nick knew that, and then people found out later that he knew what he knew, they could then look at his statements and, okay. Yeah, that is pretty fucking schizo, I'm not gonna lie. Does Nick feel this way? I don't know. Like, I doubt it. That is such a weird... Yeah, that's such a weird setup, too. Like, I'm gonna fuck somebody over by telling them private, sensitive information about another streamer. I don't follow that logic.
The picture of honesty.
Yeah.
The picture of it's Chud logic. The picture of integrity. The face of integrity. When I think of integral YouTubers, I think of Chud logic. Yeah, good job. Yeah, he's a grifter, pure and simple, and he'll fuck his friends to grift. I don't even care if people grift. I mean, I fucking
did throw Dickers under the bus.
He did throw Dickers under the bus.
Yeah, but
Sure. Yeah.
Dickers is a surfer too. See, Dickers. I got a theory about Dickers.
I've got a theory about Dickers.
Dickers knows that Chud's full of shit, and he knows this is sinking. So he's been kind of looking for an exit away.
Who is thinking this hard about Dickers? Who in their life has ever thought this hard about Dickers?
Because apparently Dickers has a brain in his head. I wish Jeannie was here. Apparently he's going to medical school. So he probably realizes at some level that Chud is full of shit. This kind of let me tell you something.
What? I'm sorry. I'm just getting brain raped with fucking autism. Tommy legit thinks that me, Chud, Sunday, and JSTLK set up the elaborate series of events just so JSTLK could call Nick a sweeper at a time where he himself was still sweeping. Yeah. Oh yeah, because he was still part of the Destiny orbit at the time. And I think defending Destiny even on some points. Wow.
Under the bus.
I
gotta hear this theory about Dickers again. This is just so fucking crazy.
Yeah, but
sure. Yeah.
Dickers is a surfer too. See, Dickers. I got a theory about Dickers. Dickers knows that Chud's full of shit, and he knows this is sinking. So he's been kind of looking for an exit, a way out, because apparently Dickers has a brain in his head. I wish Jeannie was here. Apparently he's going to medical school.
This just is this private information?
So he probably realizes at some level that Chud is full of shit. This kind of let me tell you something. The week or two before I went to Chud, Dickers contacted me and said, I kind of voiced some support after my shit with technicals. When I went after technicals, stupid video. Yeah. So I think he's been looking to, I think Stipman can bat me about it. He thinks so too. He's been looking off-road for a while. He knows they're all full of shit.
What is the theory? That Dickers is going to medical school and he knows Chud's full of shit. He's looking for an out, so he's going back to university? What? He's going to university because he thinks Chud is a piece of shit? What?
He knows Queenman's a doxer, but here's the thing. Dickers is as bad as the rest of them. He'll say anything. He's just looking for off-road. But in the meantime, he'll parrot their fucking talking points until he can't.
Yeah.
And this is the guy that said to me, this is the guy that, by the way, he's also one of the guys that perpetuated the bullshit that I send dick pics to a minor.
Oh my God, dude. This is why this guy has no sympathy. Queenman's a doxer. They perpetuated lies that I sent dick pics to kids. Just crazy shit.
And Augie's the guy that said I should have took it as a joke, even though the guy was not my friend.
It was not a joke.
It was.
So you have to be friends with people to view obvious fucking cancer as cancer.
It doesn't even matter if it was a joke. I mean, I don't know that guy. It clearly wasn't a joke because I don't know. I have no relationship with these people.
Who would watch a clip like that and think that that's evidence that Thomas C sends dick pics to a person that doesn't even fucking exist? Kinetic Kel when she's 14? That would have been what, fucking 10 years ago? What are we talking about? Yo, Linehead, what's up, dude?
Have people realized Tommy C is a retard?
Yep.
Bro just shoots first and asks questions later every time. If he's right, it's by mistake, and if he's wrong, he just cackles and copes. Surrounds himself with yes men too. Glad I never took the SFTP.
Let's fucking go! Linehead has spoken! Linehead has spoken and fucking felted. Tommy C, glad I never took the offer to co-host his shitty fucking show. Tommy C just got fucking nuked by an OG. It's over, dude. It's over. People are coming out of retirement from 7 years ago to fucking felt you, Tommy. They all knew. And, Tommy's going to sit here and say that fucking, Augie, they all talk shit about you behind the scenes. Bro, we're talking shit about you. We used to talk shit about you behind the scenes. Now we're all being honest. We're so glad you're out. No, but for real though, that is a W donation, man. Good to see you still around, man.